Alright, guys. Hope you've been paying attention. Ace Attorney Investigations, we're in the final episode. And we're about to catch the bad guy. Who's the bad guy? I'll give you -1 guess. Drop the old man act, Mr. Kirkus Alba. I know who you are. I know what you're all about. Welcome on back to Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. If you're just skipping around in the VODs, I'll have you know that this is like second to the last episode of this, second to the last stream of this game. So, if you're not caught up, please watch the other parts. Anyway, here's an old man. He's very weak and frail. No. Last time, we found out who he really is. He isn't weak at all. He's a strong boy. Planted roots, grown for hundreds and hundreds of years. And he's very, very thick. Got many rings on him. He's Kirkus Alba, decorated military veteran. Look at how... By the way, I scaled the sprite to be about the same size based on the size of his head. So he is really that much taller when he's standing straight up. He's basically the final boss of this game, and he's got diplomatic immunity. Diplomatic immunity. We'll find out what that means for us, but basically, he's a big, strong man. And especially in terms of law. A little bit of trivia about him before we start. His name is Kirkus Alba. That is the scientific name for the white oak tree. He's literally a tree. He's literally an oak tree. You were close to not knowing that bit of trivia. So immediately, I'm going to show you an enemy from Earthbound. This enemy, it's called the Territorial Oak. I thought that was good enough. Like, I'm going to represent him with this today. This will be my stream buddy, the one in the little bottom here. But I searched it. I remember there was another enemy in Earthbound that's the same but a different color. The Hostile Elder Oak. Extraterritorial Oak. That's him. No. He's the Hostile Elder Oak. It's perfect. Let's start the game. Look at him. Look at him right there. He's just planted there. Menacingly. All right, so we'll see what his alibi is for supposedly not being able to kill Mr. Manny Kochin. He's admitted to killing Kashi No, but apparently we don't care. So I feel like there are several pieces we're still missing. Let's check it out. Yeah. March 15th, 2:11 a.m. I am in the Theatrum Neutralis. Okay, I did that gag last time.
I can't believe it, sir. Extraterritoriality.
Yes, and on an oak, no less. Yes, and there is nothing we can really do about that. That is real law, by the way. Diplomatic immunity. It is a plot point in Lethal Weapon 2, although it's a little different from how it works in this game. AKA, you can't just get away with murder, like, straight up. In the end, we didn't have enough authority to bring him to justice. It's not the end. It says end part 2. Who knows how many there are? Imagine if there were, like, 6 parts. I can't believe that even though we know he's the boss, we can't even lay a finger on him. I know. Look at this, a room full of sad saps. We all know he's guilty as all get out. We can't do anything. Because we're all, law-abiding citizens. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Sorry to skip out on you, but I've got some business to take care of. That sounds like you're conveniently gonna leave the case for a little bit so you can come back later with some decisive evidence. Wait, you're just gonna leave? Alright, okay. Menacingly. What's up, Sleepy? How you doing? Well, come on in, everybody, by the way. Let's go. Okay, if anybody here knows anything about actual law, what is the way that you're supposed to, if somebody is invoking diplomatic immunity after literally killing somebody, what do you do? Does it just you just say it doesn't work that way, we're still arresting you? I would hope it works that way. If we can't even give an evil guy like him a slap on the wrist, then what the heck are laws created for? What good are they? There's only one solution: create a global law system. Nah, that sounds terrible. If the law can't help us, then I'll go as the Yatagarasu and take care of this myself. No, hold on, no. We don't need any ninja assassins today. Don't you dare!
Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry, that was A bit too harsh. He just doesn't want anything bad to happen to Kay. He cares for her like a daughter.
I know how you feel, sir. We're trying to take on an ambassador after all.
You really can't do anything? It's immunity? There's gotta be something about that. Like, that'd be way too dangerous. Oh, no.
And he did tell us earlier to get out of the theater. This is their kind of country, I guess. But I feel like I've been slapped across the face for just doing my job.
Get used to it, Gumshoe. Doesn't that just happen to you in every game? Oh, poor Gummy. What am I going to do? Should I retreat for now and formulate a better plan of attack? This is Edgeworth. This is how he operates. Calm, cool, collected, does at least 5 autopsy reports. Okay, I promise I'll stop with the autopsy report gag. The next bit. Come on, everyone! We can't give up yet! True anime fashion, the peppy assistant girl chimes in with some hopeful messages. Okay. You learned about diplomatic immunity from Dr. Doom. Wait, from an old Marvel cartoon? What series is that? Also, what is Dr. Doom a diplomat? What country does he run? I know nothing about the Marvel universe, so you'll have to forgive me. I could imagine a story about diplomatic immunity happening with, like, I don't know, Wakanda or something. Anything involving different countries. Ericus is going, all right, Ericus, thanks for coming on by. Have a good night. I want you to think about something for a sec. We never let up for even a second. And as long as we don't stop investigating, we might find the rotten treasure hidden here.
She's right.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You're right, Kay. Very well. Let us reopen the investigation and see what we can find. Come on, Kay. Right behind you.
Okay, then I'll go check out Babal a bit more, sir.
Please have more updates than just, oh, everything's going real well. And I have something that I need to investigate further in Alabast. Hey, more walking around. I'll take it. Any chance I get to play in this alternate style of Ace Attorney game. I noticed that, you know, the freedom of structure in this series versus original Ace Attorney, it actually is very refreshing. The fact that a trial can happen, a trial type argument can happen at any time. Now then, before I gather any more information, I should do a bit of housekeeping. Alright, time number 3, we get rid of some of the stuff in our inventory. Yeah. Latveria, is that Dr. Doom's? He's a dictator. Okay. What does Dr. Doom sound like? He's got that mask on, right?
Yeah, I'm from Latveria. You can't indict me, I have diplomatic immunity. I totally didn't make up that country. I claimed the land myself. Passion Flower's data erased from my organizer. Oh, you just took a giant pencil and... Theatrium Trans Lobby. Ambassador Alba seemed agitated over something. I sense there's something he doesn't want us to investigate. Look at that portrait. No longer a frail old man, is he? He's strong, rooted. Dr. Doom is so cool, don't make you gush. Look, you can spout as much information as you want about Marvel. Like, I really do need to get more into the comics, especially, you know, the more movies they make, the more Marvel vs. Capcom games they make. Hopefully they make more, and actual good ones. I wonder why. There are 2 special circumstances that surround the ambassador. First, the embassy itself has extraterritorial rights. If something happens on Alabastian soil, we are unable to legally prosecute him. Cool. It sounds like the embassies are the perfect place to steal whatever you want. Hey, wait a minute. Think about that. Manny Kochin was in Babel. We found the body there. So if we can prove that he was killed there, that's that first argument struck out for the picture. Watch as Alba then, like, says, Oh yes, I brought my potted plants with me. I was literally standing on the soil of Alabast when I murdered him. You know he would. It sounds like embassies are the perfect place to steal whatever you want. And murdered Master Second to run a smuggling operation and make counterfeit bills, apparently. Ooh. But I thought all the counterfeiting was done by Mr. Kochin in Babao.
Yeah, but we do know that he takes orders from the big bad of the smuggling ring, and right now we're purporting that that is Mr. Alba Dumbledore. Imagine diplomatic immunity with the most evil yet smart country of all. Chad. What a Chad country, dude. Yes, he apparently used the embassy's coupon printing press to do it. Coupon! Wasn't that the episode of the Powerpuff Girls where there's the dude who was a supervillain because his family was so normal and his day-to-day routine was like, oh yeah, wake up, go shopping, coupon! Eat breakfast, go to work, go to bed. Yeah, I can see a person becoming a supervillain because of that. But it's the same story over there anyway. Baban also has extraterritorial rights. Which brings me to my next point. The ambassador's extraterritorial rights. Those rights are effective even in our own country. Really? No matter what happens, he can never be tried in our courts. He retains some very special rights indeed. Basically, no matter what wrongs he may commit, we cannot bring him to trial here. Best we can do is investigate, get all the evidence out there that he cannot refute, such that no matter who takes on the trial, whether it be in Babao, Alabaster, wherever, he just cannot defend himself. Big think time. So I guess we don't really stand a chance, do we? Yup, case closed, game over. That's it, stream over, we're done. Dr. Doom's a neat ruler. He has his own holiday in his country. Doomsday! Of course there's a Doomsday. Does it happen every year? No, it just happens once, because that's when the world ends. It's whenever he feels like it. Everyone has free healthcare, and he replaces Beatles song lyrics with Doom. Hey, Doom, don't make it bad. Take a country and erase it off the map. With a big-ass laser beam that fires into your heart and kills you instantly. Nice. A beautiful day in Downville. Yeah. We might stand a chance if we can somehow nullify either one of his special rights. Right. Instead, you know what I'll do? I'll just sit here and watch The Steel Samurai. Maybe we'll get inspiration for the TV show itself, like they always do on TV. Hello? I can't even check it. Yes? Ooh, agitated Alba. Dude, that's my favorite Pokemon card. Dr. Doom is the most intelligent supervillain in the entire MCU. I wonder why he hasn't appeared. Well, the most intelligent supervillain in the entire Marvel Universe. I don't think he's appeared in the MCU. He hasn't appeared because he's basically a Fantastic Four villain, right? And they haven't really, put effort in putting the Fantastic Four in the MCU. They own the rights now because of Fox, so that's good at least. They just, haven't done anything with it yet. It's funny because Chris Evans played the Human Torch and also Captain America. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. It's been too long since I played this game. Apparently. Only 2 days. What's going on with the investigation? One cake, what's up? Welcome, sounds delicious. Hopefully the cake's not a lie. We've come too far to give up. We must expose Ambassador Alba's misdeeds, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, of course. And we gotta find a way to steal the truth and get it out there. For my father's sake. Yes, and we will. The reason for Ambassador Alba's nervousness must still be here somewhere. Furthermore, I need to pin down exactly what happened in here. I'll start by thoroughly examining this room for any information I can find, especially this VHS tape of the Steel Samurai. Yes. Mr. Edgeworth, if you don't pay attention, Ambassador Alba's gonna get away! Just stop talking to me already, we gotta hurry! Yes, I know. Don't worry, this is Dungeons & Dragons, talking is a free action. Now hurry up and do that swing thing you always do! Do not swing! Wait! Yeah, do that thing where you pull that thing out of your pants. Your badge? And just rub it in people's faces. I have no idea what you're talking about. What? You don't? Oh, come on, you know what I'm talking about. The thing you do. You're talking about logic. Yeah, that's it. So hurry up and let's swing already. All right. I guess I'm not with it with the kids' lingo these days. To be honest, it's been a bit hard to connect everything up until now by just looking. However, I should be able to piece things together if I take another look at my leads. I did get a couple of logic infos just now. Perhaps now is the time to use logic and reason in my way to the truth. Dr. Doom's the go-to baddie for the Fantastic Four. Well, I hope they figure it out eventually now that they have the rights. Wait a minute. One Kick says, how's it going? Adobo's the superior food. Somebody gets it. It's delicious. I gave the ingredients to adobo the other night. It's chicken stewed in soy sauce and vinegar, and it's delicious. Harish, what's up? Thank you for the raid. Can we get a shout out for Harish Moment? How's it going, everybody? Dude, you streamed for so long. I feel bad. I feel bad. I'm like the person who happens to be around when you're done. No. You never feel like you have to raid here, but also I greatly appreciate it. Dude, what's up? How's everybody doing? Harish, what's up? Anybody Shark, Sleepy Memories, welcome on in. He's the dancing king. He makes me want to sing about all the positive things. The latency between two network-connected devices is called ping. Folsy Bear, what's up? Welcome. Rinko, hello, how you doing? Zio, what's up? Can't copyright message. Yeah. Hope Among Us went well. You played a lot of things. I saw you were playing Neo, too. I mentioned earlier on the stream today, I can't watch streams during work anymore because people are actually, making me do things at work. No, that's the worst, dude. But yeah, hope everything is going good. Yeah, hope as well. Welcome on in, Ace Attorney. We're finding evidence to pin everything on this man right here on the left. No, on the right, he's not a villain. The one on the left, yeah, the old man looking kind of sus. You don't know, he's a territorial oak. He's a hostile elder oak. He's gonna explode all over you. Wait, This was taken just before the two ambassadors gave their bouquets to the Steel Samurai. Look at how they're different. Like the Alabastion one has like way more fancy flowers. Wait, is it just my imagination? Or is there something in this picture that I've seen before? Maybe something about the flowers? Like there's a flower in there that looks kind of sus. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Dude, it's Larry Butts. He's inside the costume. He's doing the bunny ears! There's that troublemaker standing there, smack in the center, making two peace signs. Peace.
Wow, the Steel Samurai stands out even more than the two ambassadors in the picture.
This is what foreign relations looks like right now. Just an old man, a coupon man, and Larry Butts dressed up as a tokusatsu warrior. Sure, I'll take it. These countries know how things work.
Oh hey, the person playing the Steel Samurai is one of your friends, right?
Yes, one of my only two friends. When you think about it, Phoenix and Larry are his best friends. Oh, that's sad. No, I'm sure Edruth has actual friends, right? Right? He has Gumshoe!
Sir, you consider me a friend, right?
Sure, Detective.
Edgeworth, why did you pause there? I thought what we had was special.
Don't worry about it. I'm just being very professional. No, I have no idea who he is.
Wait, but you just said he! You know which gender he was, so you must know him, right?
No, I beg that you please refrain from talking about that person with me ever again. Oh no, Larry, please. Oh yeah, Kay wasn't there. Kay wasn't there when we actually talked to him over on the Alavas side. This picture stinks of the butts. When something smells, it usually is. You got that right. A man, a bird, and a streamer walk into a bar. Then I ordered a drink. That's me.
I can't believe he was pretending to be a harmless old grandpa.
I doubt that he even has children. Who would even? Well, Manfred von Karma has children, so never mind.
Talk about deceptive.
I don't suppose anyone expected him to change that drastically.
I bet he's thinking of something evil behind that cheery smile.
Okay, please try to remain calm and focused on the here and now.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry I got all worked up there.
Like, Kay is like the children on the internet these days who just gut react to everything. Kay reacts. Just put that YouTube video up there. Yeah. So yeah, hope if you're coming in on the Harris rate, welcome. This is Ace Attorney. It's basically a if you're a fan of Among Us, well, basically it's the same thing, but it actually has story. It's not. It's a game about solving murder mysteries, and you know that's just the easy joke to make. Yeah, I hope your stream was fine, dude. How is the investigation going? It's going. We're near the end. We're almost there. And then finally, I can play a game. Finally, I can play. Like, I love this game. I love playing it. I do. And, it just makes me feel really guilty when people raid on in and I can't, sit there and talk to them for 30 minutes straight about, like, how their stream went. Because people are watching me, do this story. And I want to give attention to both. I just, hope that this is entertaining to you at least in some point. In some way.
Well, the only way we're going to be able to steal the truth is if we keep on investigating.
That is true. Okay, let's look at this flower. K reacts to squirrel compilations. She's the queen of the squirrels, dude. It appears to be a bouquet of Persian cyclamens and roses.
Edgeworth, I didn't know you were so knowledgeable about flowers.
Well, when Old Bag sends me so darn many of them, you get a handle of what they all are. Every single species available in the country of Japanifornia. I've gotten at least one of each. It's very hard. It's very hard to find space in my office for all of them. Why are you keeping them? Well, they're nice. No matter who they came from, they're still nice. Like, I'm not going to look a gift flower in the mouth. Oh, Edgeworth, you're too kind.
Wow, you even know the exact species? I never would have guessed you were an expert on flowers.
It's all... Got him. It's all because of those flowers that old lady sends me every month. Just look at me, I sound like some sort of botanist. I don't know. If it's because I'm just so in tune with this series or the jokes are predictable, I'm gonna go with I just know this series so well that even if I haven't played this game for 10 years, the joke is I know where it's going.
So what exactly is this yellow flower here?
That one. I'm not sure.
What? You don't know?
As far as I can recall, I've never seen a flower like this before. But I feel as though I've seen this shape somewhere before. This isn't a flower. This is something. Isn't this like one of the sticks? I can't exactly tell, but I know it's gonna be important. It's gotta be. Alright, what about Mr. Manny Coach? Seems that lilies are at the center of this bouquet, with an accent of chamomile. Ooh, we can make a fine tea out of that.
Wow! I can totally smell the wonderful fragrance!
Sorry, that's my perfume. Okay, this is just a picture.
Maybe it scratches them. Look, I know that! But it's nice to imagine things once in a while, you know? Where's your sense of empathy?
If you can smell the fragrance of flowers from a photo, that's more like a hallucination. Edgeworth, you just have no sense of imagination, dude.
You don't have to be mean about it!
No, Edgeworth! How dare you hurt your new daughter's feelings? Let's just drop this before it's in full bloom. Let me double check. Let me just back out and then come back in to see if I've gotten everything. I don't think so, because there's a deduce on there. Let's look at our logic. Agitated, renovations, counterfeiting. I'm just gonna, for the sake of it, see if these two connect at all. I don't expect them to, but we've got health to spare. Find tea to praise and sleep to. Yeah. Harris' stream went well. Had a lot of fun. I'd hope so. It's always fun to play with friends. I don't know what it is, but like, I'm just not the kind of person to stream multiplayer games. I've learned this. I've done it before, and I'm like, if I'm gonna play multiplayer games on stream, I'd rather be on somebody else's stream. Like yesterday, we finished Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. I've been playing that with Roomage. That was the first time I ever seen the end of it. Unfortunately, he had to do the last dungeon by himself because that's the only dungeon in the game where everybody has to be at the end of the game in order to beat it, which kind of makes sense. I just wish there was some incentive to keep us all on the same, all playing on like the same level of progression. Because then he had to beat it by himself, and I was just, watching. I can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. Alright, we're gonna have to find a little bit more proof. A little bit more proof before we accuse Alba of any, what exactly he's scared of. Okay. These flowers were sent by Global Studios. Global Studios? That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They have been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio is being remodeled.
Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. That master.
Oh, okay. I already read this like so long ago. Mrs. Monkey, Mr. Monkey! Or, if Mr. Monkey wants to be Mrs. Monkey, that's also good too. Whatever Mr. Monkey wants, Mr. Monkey gets. I think the only thing new is the picture, but let me just investigate a little bit more.
On the orders of Ambassador Alabast, no one is allowed into Alabast.
Of course not. But I thought a lady with a whip passed through here not too long ago.
Yeah, I let her through because I didn't want to get whipped in the face.
Fair.
She is from Interpol and had the proper paperwork.
I'm her understudy, whatever.
So while I was reluctant, I had to let her in.
Sounds like Francisca, all right.
Besides, if I didn't, that whip of hers.
2 for 2. Knowing where the joke's going. Yep. Definitely, Francisca. Look, Edgeworth, you gotta start carrying a weapon around, too. Maybe a gun. Not a gun! That's actually deadly. I mean, a whip is also actually deadly. Just, they can downplay it in an anime game. Maybe a sword. Just a sword, But it's like a little fencing sword. So if you try to actually, stab somebody with it, it just goes, Pring! It just bends. But that wouldn't be very threatening now, would it be?
Hello, and welcome to the Embassy of Babao.
I'm sorry, but I don't really need to enter your country at this time.
And why are you talking to me? Right now, for a limited time here at the Babalese Embassy, we're offering the very special experience and terrifying Fire's Ashes tour. So how about it? Shall I sign you up?
Well, fine, thanks. You have an investigation to run. Alright, let's see. I wonder. There's something about this. Let's see if I have any evidence that, aligns with it. Dun dun dun. Only way to get friends in life is to go to Amazon and buy a DVD of all the seasons. Ha ha ha. Edgeworth should look into that. It looks like the counterfeit plate money. Maybe? Let me take a closer look. It looks like my badge. Sure, that looks like a flower. Do 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 do. They're already on the fire business. Harris can't stay. No problem, man. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks again. We'll hang out at some point, I promise. When I'm free. So there aren't flowers on this specifically. What is this design? Ooh, I like it. They're phoenixes. I wish I could go to Zhengfa and then have some of their money. Just collect. I have at least one equivalent of $1 from every country I've been to. And I kind of just collect it as a souvenir. I have a 100 yen coin. I also have a 500 yen coin, which is crazy to me that you're basically holding $5 in a coin. I have a loonie and a toonie from Canada. I've got Filipino pesos that I keep in my wallet. And those are basically all the countries I've ever been to. But it's cool. I make it a point to at least exchange some actual physical money, even if a country I visit has, they accept credit card. Just because, it's nice to pretend that you live there for a little bit. It's a counterfeit plate used to make counterfeit Zhengfa bills. It's incredibly detailed and even includes a phoenix taking off into the sky. With plates as finely crafted as these, it's no wonder the fakes are so hard to spot. Anything on the back? Nope. Pesos? How much do they weigh? Oh, they're muy pesado. Ha! That doesn't even make sense unless you know Spanish. Do 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 do. So these stakes don't have any flower designs on them specifically. Do I have anything else that's flower-like besides my badge? Let me think for a little bit. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da. Maybe I need a little bit more evidence.
Let's look at my logic.
Do any of these two fit together? Renovations and the counterfeiting up, then. If it's not Alba himself. Hola, yo soy Pollo. I am El Pollo Loco. Hashtag not sponsored. We know that the counterfeit bills were printed using the embassy's press, but the necessary materials, such as the Babbly's ink and paper, must have been hidden in a secure location. But what do you think would have happened if the renovation had begun? They'd be tearing down the walls. I see. You have to find some way to hide all that stuff.
Well, you'd probably have to find a better hiding place or get rid of it all.
Right. So we can assume that the renovation was the cause of the plate and bills disposal, and the reason Mr. Cochin was killed as the ringleader of the smuggling operation. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alba, you son of a... Just sweep everything under the rug, including the body of your most trusted companion. Based on what we know, who do you think was the one with the most to gain? Coleus I forgot Palino's name was Coleus. Alba himself. It's the one person who's been erasing all evidence of the smuggling operation. From both embassies, the co-conspirator who's mopping up Ambassador Alba. Yeah, Manny Cochin benefits from his own death. Man. Alba could conveniently place all the guilt of the smuggling onto Cochin. Ambassador Alba had a very strong motive to kill Manny Cochin. Ooh. And look at that. Now it fits together. I was one step ahead. Too bad there was a big old hole in my logic right in front of me. Like a pitfall trap, like Team Rocket. The cause of Ambassador Alba's agitation, the rotten treasure we may find. And the motive for killing Mr. Cochin. Miss Yu said it herself that she didn't kill anyone tonight. If we are to take her words at face value, then the reason for the ambassador's nervousness can only be one thing. He didn't want us to discover the real circumstances under which Mr. Cochin was killed.
Then you mean Ambassador Alba is the real killer?
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
But I thought the two of them were friends.
Maybe they were, but... maybe they were both imposters and one of them threw the other one under the bus.
Ooh, sneaky.
Look, man, when I play Among Us, that strategy, I'm not going to hesitate 1 second before employing it where it makes sense. Not that I'm just gonna immediately out the other imposter just because. No, but if the evidence points towards somebody and you don't vote for them, then that looks sus on you. You gotta pretend to still be, figuring it out yourself too. Maybe they were, but what if Mr. Cochin was the one who first betrayed their friendship?
Oh, I get it. Wasn't Mr. Cochin pushing really hard for Mr. Palladino to be ambassador after the reunification?
Yes, and that was the real reason why he wanted to steal Alabaster's Primaduck statue.
So Mr. Cochin hired Damas II to go steal it for him.
Ah! So that wasn't the planned thing. That whole, the fact that they were going to swap the statues had nothing to do with, Cochin, or, Palladino wanting to steal that? Wait.
But when Ambassador Alba found out what he was up to, he killed Mr. Cochin?
It is definitely a possibility at this point.
Those two really were thinking of no one but themselves. But the question now is, how did he do it? Ambassador Alba was an Alabast.
Say that 5 times fast. Ambassador Alba was an Alabast, Ambassador Alba was an Alabast, Ambassador Alba was an Alabast.
But Mr. Cochin's body was discovered in Babao, right?
Right. And that is what we must solve next. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Edric, what are you doing?
I've been on my feet all day. How much time has passed since the beginning of this trial? Not real life, but in the game. It said it was 10 a.m.? I think we spent the night here. It was late afternoon when we first got here. We watched the show, and now it's tomorrow morning. Alright, what else can we find? So, okay, we have a new piece of evidence then. Now we have... Or, no?
Go back.
A couple of hours, a lot of hours. So we have new evidence. But what is it? Something new got added to one of these? I was not paying attention. Which one of our evidences got updated as a result of our little logic? Because that's what happens when you do logic. You either get new evidence or something new gets added to an existing piece of evidence. And that usually gives you the hint. That usually gives you the hint that you gotta use it somewhere pretty soon.
Purple sus. What did he do?
Didn't do dropship. I don't have dropship.
Nah, vote him.
But then, you know, you gotta be careful when you do that, because then people will suspect you if they're not the killer. And this is why I usually this is why every time I am the imposter, I just, you know, I only say the truth. I play as if I was not. And that's how you do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's see. So, what in our evidence... Okay, if it's not anything new, what in our evidence has a flower on it? The knife? Wait! Yeah, wait! Look at that! Look at that right there! Do you see this design right here? That's a flower. But it ain't a real flower.
Present! Got a present for you.
Babal's national symbol is the butterfly, and Alabas is the flower. That's how the knife got in? Through a bouquet? It would appear that someone is employing the old hide a tree in a forest trick. What are you mumbling to yourself about? Wait, what? The handle on this knife? Ah! Yes, it's the handle that was supposed to be on the blade that killed Mr. Koshin. You know, if you just hid that deeper into the bouquet, that'd be an even better way to hide it, not just disguise it. The weapon that killed him was carried through the Theatrum Neutralis, in the very bouquet Ambassador Alba was carrying. Imagine if this is the one piece of evidence that allows us to put any suspicion on Alba, and he just wasn't careful enough. The flower motif. It looks like one of the flower's petals is missing. Oh? Maybe it shipped off? Maybe you can find it somewhere? Wait a minute. Take another look. It's in a book. The Reading Rainbow. Doesn't that look a bit familiar too?
Ah, I get it.
I had thought this had something to do with the Jammin' Ninja. No, that's not a guitar pick. That's part of the Alabas bouquet. Ooh, and take a look at the weapon itself. It's missing the exact same petal. If this was a point-and-click game, I'd have to combine the two. Then the knife in this photo is most definitely the same as this murder weapon.
The Jammin' Ninja himself?
Yeah, he had a show right after the Steel Samurais. I wonder why, we never saw the Jammin' Ninja as a character in this. I believe now we understand. And watch, it turns out to be Phoenix Wright himself. That's why we didn't see him. Why Ambassador Alba was so nervous and agitated. It must have something to do with where Mr. Koshin was killed. A place where the Alabashed ambassador was likely to meet the Babalese Mr. Koshin. That's a lot of A, B, and C's. Do I know them? You know I do. The place where Ambassador Alba happened to have committed the murder is... This area... Nay, I'm overthinking it. It has to be somewhere where we can actually indict him. Somewhere that isn't part of either country's soil. It's in the Theatrum. Dun da da dun dun da da dun dun. The only place that makes sense is here, at the Theatrum Neutralis. What? Here? Yes. I mean, you know, there was only 3 possible choices. I got it right on my second try. You're calling an emergency meeting. We're voting me off. Nah, I don't see enough votes. Sorry, I'm skipping. The Goodwill event was being held here today, correct? So the only place that the both of them would have been in his hair. But if that's the case, then everything changes. This theater isn't actually Alabastian land.
So that wipes out one of those extraterritorial rights he has.
It makes logical sense. In which case, it's a reason for us to investigate further. I'm just glad that they don't separate the theatrum itself into a left and right half, and then we have to figure out, okay, was he standing slightly to 1 foot to the left or slightly 1 foot to the right? It matters. Oops. It makes logical sense. Something.
So what should we check out?
Let's see. I believe we should check out the immigration records for both Alabast and Babel post-haste. Babel's records should be easy to obtain. However, the problem will be Alabast. I wonder if they would allow us to see their records despite the order to vacate.
Objection!
Maybe they will if Francisca is off to get them. Your whip has a way of making people talk.
I'm already one step ahead of you, Miles Adverse.
Francisca?
I have here security footage from both Alabast and Babel.
Wow, you got both? From one side?
You would do well to take a look at its contents.
Da. Beautiful. Thank you, Francisca.
This will be of great importance to us.
Ooh, can I watch it? Footage of the entranceways. There's 5:21 p.m. 5:22. Alba walks on in. This is like one of those memes where, like, you see somebody stub their toe and they're like, ah! He's gone, dude. Larry, what are you doing? You're following Mr. Alba in with your iron baby. And then we got the other one. Looks like nobody went, I guess. Spot the difference. Nothing I see. Not the color of the carpet, no. You move fast.
Avant-Karma strives to be perfect in every way. It's not in my nature to keep on retreating like this. I took the liberty of looking over the Babel investigation reports as well. From now on, you will make no excuse to back down or say that we can't solve this case.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We won't be beaten. Because my cute little subordinate is going to try his very best, isn't he?
Cute? Hasn't she patronized me enough already for a lifetime? Only Edgeworth can tell us. Only Edgeworth knows, because he's spent his entire life growing up with her. I am so sorry for him. Yeah. So this video contains footage from Alabast immigration screening area?
Yes, let's take a look.
Hold on. I think we need to take another check of that footage. I just didn't press play, right? I didn't press play. Actually, we know who came across the borders. It was 100 chickens! This doesn't work when it's not full screen. Wow. What immigration? Do you all have papers? Yes, we bok do. An army? It's an invasion. It's coming from one country to the next. They're trying to take over. Thanks for the chicken attack, Goku. Well, I, for one, accept our new chicken overlords. So this video contains footage of chickens?
Yes. What did I just say? I really hope there's something in here that we can use.
It worked perfectly. I just needed to actually full screen it. You know, actually. Oh, look. It's what I just looked at. Ooh. Which minute's footage do I examine? Well, I want to examine everything, but let's take a look at Alba first. Oh, by the way, I told you guys about the territorial oak. I was Google searching territorial oak earlier. Like, just you see the result. You see the term territorial oak just straight up. Well, let's look at the image results. We got fan art of Earthbound. We got a sprite from Earthbound. More fan art from Earthbound. More sprites from Earthbound. Carcass Alba. Trillion H sprout from Earthbound. Fan art from Earthbound. Fan art from Earth. He's just there. This is I didn't even search for Alba at all. I searched for territorial oak. There he is. The game knows. The game knows the jokes. Like, you'd expect all the models and the sprites and whatnot. not Alba. Somebody's made that joke. Somebody's made that connection before me, dude. Now I feel unoriginal. Here, have this. I was stalling because I needed to look at my folders. I actually downloaded all the background art from this game to make thumbnails for the YouTube videos. I also happen to have all the backgrounds from the game. I'm sure we can find, not too long now, we can find those actual security camera pictures. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so worth it. I got a picture of the courtroom. That's nice. Look at that. It's even got Bern Faraday and Callisto U in it. It's really cool to like search through the assets of a video game and seeing them in their raw form. Like, you get an appreciation of how they move the sprites on top of it. You get an appreciation for the art by itself. Oh, a trip down memory lane. Look at this. Dun dun dun! Was that always? No, this was during the recreation when we thought it was a bad badger. I was like, wait a minute, wasn't it the proto badger? Right, the tint gave it away. I noticed. Okay, here we go. Here's what we're looking for. Papers, please.
Here's your papers.
It's underneath the... Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb.
Attack! Attack my chickens!
Each one of them has an individual passport. Be prepared.
We prepared.
You can exploit that image so much. This is actually from the Android version of the game. That's why it's so high quality. Again, like, I could have played the Android version, but the fact that they kept the not upscaled world sprites, but the original art, it just clashed too much to me. And they had like the original hand-drawn art for the big sprites, but not the small ones. It just looked off. It looked weird. I'd rather have it that they all are the same resolution that they were originally intended to end up in. Actually, I can find this picture right here. Look at that comparison. Look at how nice it is. I wish the whole game was like that. Even the little sprites. Even the little sprites. It looks like they went behind the counter. Oh, rip that security guard. Dead. Dude. Oh, Larry, you have never looked so high quality. When something smells, it's usually HD butts. Hello?
Elba?
Idris Elba? Also, Coach Lit, thanks for the bank. No! Alright, well, Rip Elba. Here, I'll zoom in for you. I'll enhance the footage. Do. This is it, dude.
This is how we take down Alba. With all-scale war.
Chicken bullets, fire, go! This'll take care of him for good. Ain't no way he survives. Both countries invaded by chickens. It's the only way to bring them together. To unite them against one common foe. Never mind, he's invincible. Thanks for the bang, Coach Lit. Hope you're doing well. Dude. Put this away. Yeah. I can't believe how completely fooled I was by the way he carried himself. Especially after being killed by a bullet. He just revived. He must be infected with the T virus or something from Las Plagas, Resident Evil style. He's mutating. He had me fooled too. According to the files I had sent for earlier, Ambassador Alba was a Cadopian hero. He saved the royal family from danger countless times. So what bothers me is why would a man like that create a smuggling ring? Even with all the authority I have, I still haven't been able to figure out why. It sounds like the ambassador was a hero who was corrupted by evil. But no matter what happened in the past, we can't let the man he is now escape justice. He was loyal to his country, he just wants it back.
I feel like crap, I just want my country back. Oh!
He's got diplomatic immunity from chickens. When does it stop?
This man is the immigration officer who was on duty. He's making the exact same scary face he was making a minute ago. Wait, is it just me or is he blushing? Ooh, Alba Senpai walking on by. It appears he gets flustered around the ambassador. I guess the ambassador is well respected inside Alabast too. You could say that. The guard doesn't appear to be capable of looking at the ambassador. He's got a little crushy crush, huh? Why does the royal family live in danger? Just move somewhere else. Oh yeah, just rule from afar. It works that way, right? Remote diplomacy. Those are posters of the country's tourist spots. The monster of Gatewater Land. Wait, there's a Gatewater Land in Alabast too? I wonder if Alabastans in general like theme parks at all. I always wanted to go to like the Japanese or the Chinese or whatever versions of Disneyland and Universal Studios. Just to compare them, dude. Like, I'm familiar with all the stuff, but like, how do they differ? Like, wouldn't you know that the Osaka, I believe Osaka Universal Studios had a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure like 3D ride thing for a while, but they just ended, I think, a week before I ended up visiting Japan, so I just barely missed it. It sucked because you could get basically Hulk hands of Star Platinum's fists, and you could just go oda 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 oda. The guy who stopped you has been to Gatewater Land a number of times apparently. How do you know that? Oh, I've flirted with him. Francisca, you flirt? I have my needs. I guess they don't have theme parks in Alabast, huh? What a sad country. It's the door leading into the Theatre Neutralis. The more the guy tried to keep me out, the more I wanted to get in. It's human nature. Let me in! Let me in! But I guess I can't complain too much. I did get let inside in the end. Oh, at least nothing seems out of the ordinary with this door.
That's what you think.
I think I'm good with this screen. Let's do another one. Will they talk about this one even though it's empty? Diplomatic immunity do be kinda OP. It works on diplomatic poetry. Or even, you know, mercenary poetries. This, okay. He's making a really scary face even though there's no one around to see it. I wonder if he's just a grumpy sort. Although it wouldn't do much for tourism. Hey! He smiled a little just now. I wonder if he recalled something funny. Like, Edward's face. Oh! Well, even if he did, he still has that hard glare in his eyes. It would appear that he was born with stern-looking eyes. He should become a lawyer. Rather fitting for someone in the security business, I'd say. Alright, let's look at the last minute. As much as Edgeworth probably doesn't want to. Edgeworth. Marsh Edgeworth. Doesn't something about this lump shape strike you as odd? I don't know. Looks kind of lumpy to me. I paid those chickens to kill Alba. Who said they were being paid? We had to take him down somehow. A man who's outside the law requires some extreme measures. Huh? Isn't it supposed to be this shape? No, there's clearly something odd about the bulge. If I had a webcam, I'd be looking straight at it right now. Edward, why are you looking at bulges for? Oh, you know, I've seen a lot of bulges in my day, and this one looks very suspicious. If only we had the push count itself, we could compare and confirm my hunch.
Oh, edgy poo.
No, not that bulge. That bulge of an old lady. Oh! Hi, what's up? Welcome to Bulge. I'll never say that again in my life. Hopefully. Unless you know. There's reason. Welcome to Edward's Bulge Inspection Adventure. We're investigating real close. How you doing? PushCon data jotted down to my organizer. I saw you playing Among Us with Harish. Hope it went well. Hope you weren't too sus. It always feels like you and Harish get imposter together. You ever notice that? They're like the dynamic duo. Next, let's check the footage from Babal's security camera. I hope it shows us something good.
Somebody record over this with a Gemin Ninja. Oh, what trash. People are catching on to you. You gotta figure out how to make it less suspicious looking. Philly, there wasn't a single sign of a suspicious person or anything. That right there is the contradiction. Oh. If Manokadebo was dead in Babao, how would he have been killed in the theater? Huh? Did I miss something? You didn't miss a thing. I don't want to miss a thing. Even when I close my eyes, I don't want to fall asleep. Because I miss evidence. And I don't want to miss a thing. Even when I dream of you, the sweetest dream will never do. I still miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing. Because there was nothing to miss. However, what is missing is the image of Mr. Cochin entering his own country. Wasn't his body found in Babao? It would appear that the true face of our final puzzle has finally revealed itself. Hopefully nobody, erased the evidence. Oh look, investigation complete. Full heals, let's go. I should have made more mistakes.
Take it away.
That's me. I wish that song was on Twitch Sings, but it was made for a movie. Gosh dang it, nobody knows what movie it's from. It's more famous as a song. Oh, hi. Dude, it's an army of Picards. Don't they all look like Jean-Luc Picard? Don't they just look like Sir? Ambassador Alba?
He's got an army, dude.
I thought I'd ask for you and your group to vacate the premises, Mr. Edgeworth.
Actually, I thought I should let you know that this theater sits on my country's soil. Yeah, they absolutely look. Hold on. They absolutely look like Sir Patrick Stewart. Let me get a good picture of them. Like, the fact that they're all wearing, like, red coats, too. They're wearing red coats, right? I'm not, like, being colorblind again. I always am, but I try not to. If possible.
Make it so.
Make this man's indiction so. I'd say they have a little more hair than he does.
You've had your fun, and I've enjoyed our little game. I dare say that you've even achieved a new high score.
What do you know about video games, Alba? You too old, you're a treat.
However, once you recorded a score, that same game can never be replayed again.
That's not how arcades work, Mr. Alba.
They do in my country.
Wow, arcades must be going out of business. You can't get more than 1 quarter per person.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Your game is done, and it's game over.
This metaphor lost me somewhere. No! This is a console game! At least a handheld game. I don't need more quarters. Where do you think you're going at this time of night? Was it 10 p.m.? I don't know what time it is anymore. What time zone is this?
After admitting to my crime, I was overcome with regret. So I am heading to the airport now to return home.
Straight up diplomatic immunity. Sleepy time for Hector. Have a good night, Heck. Thanks for coming on by. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Star Fox. There are still too many issues we need to discuss with you.
You can't stop me, Mr. Edgeworth, and you know it.
Hold it.
Oh. Hold it! Please, may I have a little bit of your time, Ambassador Alba?
Ambassador Paleno.
Even just a teeny tiny bit is fine with me. The already strained relationship between our countries is in a precarious situation, you know.
Very well. If you insist, I will play just one more round with them and see what they want.
All right, let's start a count. Number 1 instance of someone jumping in to stall for time for us.
Not that they'll get any farther.
Ambassador Paleno. Mr. Edgeworth, all I wish is for the normalization of relationships between our 2 countries. But there is one person standing in the way of that dream.
I believe in you. You'll do what's right.
Thank you for your vote of confidence.
Stall simulator.
That sounds like a video game about urinals. Oh no, I think I know that game.
Now then, what was it you wanted to ask me about? I do have a flight to catch after all.
I'm afraid you'll be late.
So I'm afraid I'm going to have to limit you to just one question.
It's okay, I have a life bar. I can probably ask at least twice.
That's more than enough, because I only have one question anyway, out of a choice of 3. I'll keep asking them until I get the right one. I want to hear your alibi, about how you couldn't have killed Mr. ManokAdobo.
Oh, I see. You seem to have a good hand this time around. This should be fun. Ho ho!
Got that Sonic Adventure 2 Eggman voice.
This really is the very last chance we have to bring him down.
No, it's not, Edgeworth. No, it's not.
I won't even allow an atom-sized contradiction to slip by. Hydrogen or not, ready I come.
Ready I come.
Here I come. Ambassador Alba's alibi.
Don't give me these tongue twisters, game. I'm sleepy.
Point the finger at him.
Frankly, I still don't understand why I'm being placed under suspicion here. Under your hypothetical scenario, Mr. Cochin and I were fellow smugglers. But to get to the point, I was an alibis the whole time. So it's simply not possible for me to have killed him in Babel. That is my alibi.
So that is your alibi?
That is correct. It's simply not possible for me to have committed a crime in Babel. Now that we cleared that up, I'd appreciate it if you would move out of my way.
Objection, it's the chicken.
Well, ready or not. Hydrogen or not, ready I come. Oh, somebody quote that.
I said hold it! Did you not hear the voice line?
Whoa! What is it this time? I thought I told you I'd only allow one question.
Well, now I have an answer.
You did.
But I don't care. You still have yet to really answer my one question.
What?
Until you tell us the truth, I will refuse to budge an inch from where I'm standing.
Very well. I'll play with you just a little longer.
Edgeworth, as my subordinate and representative of this country's prosecutors. Whip him! Whip him! You are forbidden to lose! Oh, I am. I don't intend to.
How's it going, Sleepy?
Again. Welcome back again. I'm not sus? Who in the chat thinks I'm sus? Who in the chat thinks I killed anybody? Who's the body? You didn't report anything, you just called a meeting. You don't know who's dead. Maybe they disconnected.
Of course. That is something I've understood from the start.
That's the guy that guy's the one who ordered my father killed, isn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
The goal of the first Yatagarasu was the capture of the smuggling ring's leader.
Ironically, one of the members was working for the ring.
My father and Uncle Bad. Their legacy will live on through me. Bad's not dead though. So that's why we just gotta catch him, okay?
We will, I promise.
Those effects on any arm movement. This is a Capcom game, and you know, Capcom prides themselves on their sprite animations. I'm so sad that they don't really make that many sprite-based games anymore. Will say though, any game they make looks dang pretty. Have you seen how they use the Resident Evil engine nowadays? Resident Evil 2, RE7, RE3 Remake, they're just so pretty. I still think they're some of the most cinematic looking game engines I've ever seen. Games in a game engine I've ever seen, rather. I don't know, they just have such a cohesive art style.
Now, Ambassador Alba, let's have at the truth now, shall we?
No matter how many times you ask, my answer remains the same. I did not murder him. I did not. That's bullshit. I did not. Oh, hi, Miles. Ambassador Alba's alibi.
Why am I being detained? Hold it! Sprite games greater than 3D Ace Attorney games. I did say last time how much I respect them for trying to keep the style with the 3D models they have now. I will say I prefer the sprites. Personally, I prefer the sprites. The 3D models do allow them to do some cool stuff, though, that you'll see in Spirit of Justice if you get around to that. I don't remember if I asked you, Pi. Did you ever play Spirit of Justice? Out of all the games that have come out since the original trilogy, or I guess, after, not counting Investigations, I think Spirit of Justice is my favorite, new game so far. But then again, I also played Great Ace Attorney, and that was amazing. Dang it, why are we not getting these games? Being the leader of a smuggling ring while taking on the duties of ambassadorship, don't you think that the combination is more than enough reason for suspicion? Then there's the matter of the crossbow arrows and the primitive statues. He has an objection line, I forgot! It's so...
Water.
He looks so intimidating the way he presents himself. He's like the biggest sprite in the entire game. He's like a big old aged tree. He's untouchable. He's got this smug aura. And then you hear him talk and he goes,
Oh, that is nothing more than your flights of fancy.
what do you mean by that? I don't have to tell you.
I don't have to tell you anything. Speaking of flight, I've got a flight to make.
Under your hypothesis, we are both fellow smugglers. Ooh. Goku, thanks for the hydrate. It's not a hypothesis. Earlier, we proved it to be what happened.
Well, let's leave that to one side for now. Because it doesn't change the fact that I have no motive.
Oh, so you really had no reason to kill Mr. Cochin?
If you want to suppose I had one, then why not? I'll indulge you. After all, this is nothing more than a silly game to me.
Even if that's how you see things, I'd appreciate it if you would take me seriously.
They're not taking me seriously.
Sounded more like a villain every day.
I'm sorry. I suppose you are in a bit of a pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen, Miles. Very well. A game is no fun if the playing field isn't level. Therefore, I formally claim that I had no motive to kill. Now, let's see why you disprove it.
How can he stand there looking proud when he knows he killed another human being? I mean, when I thought I killed a human being, I was so distraught. Good thing it didn't actually happen. Well, I'm not going to stand by and just watch him get away with his crimes. 3D sprites and Apollo Justice, though. Yeah, the original DS was super powerful, just not that powerful. This game limits it mostly to the evidence, thankfully. All the pre-rendered stuff in Apollo Justice, it was cool at the time, but just overdone. It was cool at the time, but overdone. That being said, I am super intrigued by early, or at least up until the mid-2000s, 3D rendered stuff. It has this charm, if you had infinite polygons, what would you make a model look like? Ah, I see, it looks like clay. Plastic, Toy Story. What motive does he have? Let's see. Alba needs a cough drop. Made out of Alabastian honey. Yeah. Are you serious that just because you were partners, you had no motive to kill?
I'm only following your hypothetical scenario to its logical conclusion.
Looks like he's not going to admit it himself that he was in leagues with Mr. Cochin.
I suppose not. But I know his relation to the smuggling ring and Mr. Cochin.
You mean he is the ringleader and that Mr. Cochin was his subordinate, right?
Oh, yes. Correct. But I know more than just that. I know that if you put your finger in front of your face and cross your eyes, then it looks like the world is doubled.
Mr. Edgeworth, that's just called crossing your eyes.
I know what it is. It lets me see magic eye pictures. Don't laugh at me. Miss Von Karma, I'm sure you remember the safe in Mr. Cochin's office, correct?
Yes, the safe had 2 compartments to it, didn't it?
Yes, and why do you think those stolen goods were being stored in Mr. Cochin's office? Could it be because he was trying to cheat Ambassador Alba behind his back?
Oh, trying to cheat the cheater.
Edgeworth is so shiny.
The sprite is so clean despite being so low res.
I don't know how they do it. I want to cross-reference every Capcom game ever. with 2D art and see if any of the artists, like maybe a person who originally did the sprites for Street Fighter 2 back on the arcade and Super Nintendo, ended up working on this game. Like, it makes sense, right? Like, if they're still making sprite games, keep them. If he's still working, keep him.
So Mr. Cochin didn't turn the goods over, but decided instead to keep them for himself? I suppose that's possible.
It seems to me that both men were only concerned with their own wealth and well-being. This is why the Yakuza exists. This is why the Yakuza works. You gotta make sure that even though they're all criminals, they have undying loyalty to each other. Or else you get betrayal upon betrayal.
Then it means maybe they didn't have a trusting relationship after all.
What Ambassador Alba had to gain, I believe that is his motive for killing Mr. Cochin.
What are you people whispering about amongst yourselves over there?
I also love how these arguments take place like 10 feet apart. It's so that when they yell, they don't break each other's eardrums. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Now then, let's continue with your testimony. Kept you waiting, huh? Your personal tier list is Great Ace Attorney 2, Spirit of Justice, Great Ace Attorney, and Dual Destinies for the new games. It's that good, huh? Oh, well then I can't wait. Did you play Great Ace Attorney 2 with like a little translation guide alongside the Japanese game, or how'd you play it? The full translation is still not out. Like, I've been waiting. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've been waiting ever since they released the demo for Cases 1 and 2 on 3DS. They said, here's what they said: very soon will be the Android version of Cases 1 and 2 available for play and download. And I told myself I wouldn't play Great Ace Attorney 2 until the Android version is playable. It is still not playable after all this time, like 11 months after they first announced that? They must be having a real hard time with, like, the Google Play security. But, I'll wait. I'll just be patient. If we have to somehow get an older version of the game, I can find it. Let's see. What motive would you have had?
Well, you got a motive right here, soy.
Do. Wait. I don't have that. I thought I had the motive as an actual piece of evidence. It was for the counterfeit stuff, right? Let's go.
It's not.
That statement just now stands in clear contradiction to this evidence.
No, it doesn't.
Ah! Whoa! Scary? That's impossible. Wow, no fanfare at all.
He's like, nope. No, you.
Now you, the prosecutors of this country, are you all prone to pointing out non-existing contradictions?
No, just the defense attorneys.
How frightening it is to think that it might be true.
Ooh. I can't let him drag me down with his insults. I gotta have something that proves that he killed Manny Koshin in order to cleanly put all the blame for the counterfeiting on him. Wait, no, we established that Kochin betrayed first, so he betrayed back. So it's the no.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. If you want to know, I believe you did have a motive to kill. It was because Mr. Koshin had betrayed you. But you had your own reason too. Namely, you wanted to pin the smuggling all on him. Evil begets evil, and because you were trying to test each other, it turned into this mess.
I don't believe this. No way! I don't believe this! You have a bad penchant for telling tall tales, Mr. Prosecutor. Telling lies.
No, Alba.
And if you're not, then I suppose you have some proof to support your argument.
I never use guesswork in moving my cases forward. Never, right. You watched the translated playthrough. I got it. I get it. It has been proven that this note was written by Mr. Koshin's hand. Shall we take a look at it? Play the fan translation. It's not done. That's why I haven't played it. They've only got the first two done. The content of the note is a request calling for the theft of Alabast's Primaduck statue. By killing him and pushing all of the guilt for the smuggling onto him, you walk away spawnless. I believe you understand what I'm driving at. You had then more than a few reasons to kill him.
Ha ha! Are you finished with your hypothesizing?
Excuse me?
Let's suppose I did have a motive. Even so, a motive or a thought alone can't kill.
Just wait until we get psychic kill the thought bullets. Pew pew!
Isn't that right?
I didn't expect him to resort to playing that semantics game with me. Here, we'll play a different game, Super Smash Brothers, and you know who can kill with thoughts in Super Smash Brothers? Ness and Lucas, it's the psychics! It appears that this is where the real battle will begin.
Now then, if you'll excuse me...
Wait, what?
I told you at the very beginning, didn't I? You only get one question.
Ambassador Alba, if you could please just give us a little bit more of your time. It doesn't matter what kind of man Manny was. He was my subordinate. Which is why I would like for us to figure out the real cause of his death. No, you. I need to put like an Uno card in his hand. Just every time he just puts up his palm, it's like, I've actually palmed this card. Is this your card? What a magic trick. Do. After you played Great Ace Attorney 1, you could not resist watching 2. I could, because if it wasn't for the fact that I was streaming the game, then I totally would have immediately played Daigyaku Tensei 1 2 with, like, you know, a fan translation or whatever guide by my side, or watch somebody play it. But, like, I can't. Okay, guys, what color should his reverse card be? What color should his Uno reverse card be? Should it be a wild card? You know what fits him. Ba. Look at all these. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Reverse card.
The wild card.
Is there a wild reverse card? Do I just not know Uno? Oh, there is a wild one. It seems to be handmade, but I'll take it. There's one that's reverse and draw 4. That'd be so mean. Drifting on in. That emote looks familiar, guys. You're giving me a little... Oh, look, Mr. Pollux, you get credited. Well, thank you for actually putting a watermark on there. It'll be so small, nobody can read it anyway.
Is this your card?
I should assign this to a button as well on Stream Deck. Da 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 da. This'll do just fine. Get a source, put that in. The capture. Live editing, boys. You know we had to do it to him. Oh, look at that. It's perfect.
No, you. No, you. No, you. That is something for Mamal to figure out, and something to which I have no relation to. Present evidence or draw 25.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh! Now he's even turning down a request from Ambassador Paleno. But for what? For what does he turn down?
I'm very sorry, but it seems that now even my voice falls on deaf ears.
There's no need for you to apologize, Ambassador Paleno. You helped us, at least a little bit. We must find some way to stop him from leaving. Here, let's construct a pitfall trap. Who's got the web?
It seems there are no further objections. In that case, please allow me to return home.
Hold it right there, Ambassador Alba!
Okay, you can't say hold it, that's my line. Okay.
Like I said, Mr. Edgeworth. No, you! The Yatagarasu's legacy will live on through me!
Yes, but how do you suggest we stop him from leaving?
You just leave that to me.
The stall continues.
Ambassador Alba, do you recognize this? This card?
That looks like evidence.
No, and why should I recognize that tattered old organizer?
Wait, what have I seen that before? That's Mr. Faraday's organizer. What was written in it?
That is a clue my father, Bern Faraday, left for us.
Did you just say Burn Faraday?
Mr. Faraday's organizer? Don't tell me this is the one from the second KG-8 incident?
The one in which he wrote about the Yatagarasu's key?
Oh!
Yes! This organizer belonged to the prosecutor you had Miss You killed 7 years ago!
I have no idea what you're talking about. You say that like it was related to me.
Inside this organizer, he wrote up every little detail of every evil thing you did.
What an amusing little girl you are. Well, that sort of trickery won't work on me.
If you won't believe me, then take a look at this!
That's a very nice dance, but I don't see what it has to do with the evidence. And what is that toy there?
Well, I can't see, they zoomed out. Dun 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 dun. Beep bop boop bop. Little thief.
We've reconstructed the crime scene.
Yo, Pikachu, what's up? I see I've summoned you. How's it going? Hope you're well.
That's my BlackBerry phone. Where did you find that?
This thievery device was used by the Yatagarasu, or rather, by my father. 7 years ago, he used this when he snuck into this embassy.
What?
Do it, Bart. Say the line.
Ay caramba. These two pieces of evidence that hold information the Yatagarasu dug up on you. If you go home now, I won't hesitate to send it all to Alabast right behind you.
Little girl, get to the point.
I want you to go up against Mr. Edgeworth one more time.
Woo! He won't even listen to the other ambassador, but he'll listen to a little girl. Listen to a little girl with evidence.
If you win, then I'll hand over these two pieces of evidence.
Yatagarasu, ever the thorn in my side.
Okay, does that organizer really contain any information on his dirty dealings?
No, it doesn't. I'm bluffing. It's nothing case-breaking, really.
Oh, then it was just a bluff. Ha! One more time. We must investigate, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's get objecting. One more time, we're gonna instigate, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright. One more time.
Even if it was, we still can't let all the info my father and Uncle Bat found go to waste. Plus, just the existence of Little Thief is troublesome enough for him. Those two pieces? Aren't they the keepsakes of your father? It's okay. I believe in Mr. Edgeworth. He'll come out on top in the end.
In the end. Okay.
When the going gets tough, someone's gotta be there to put the wind back in your sails.
I don't think that's how that saying goes. Ask for more than just one time. It'll help us out in the long run. Come on, Kay, ask for like 3 more times.
After all this time, you're still quite the feisty one. I applaud your powerful nature.
Francisca respects power, what can I say?
I refuse to lose this too. Ambassador Alba, you won't be returning home unless you give us further testimony.
How dare you all, barring a person like me.
Ambassador Alba, your testimony if you please.
All right, but this is the absolute last. And even if you use all the power of Ambassador Palader's office, you won't stop me.
I can't let this opportunity Kay has created for me go to waste. Ladies and gentlemen, second time somebody has jumped in to stall for me. Alba's alibi, bye. I'm Blue, I'm listening to Alba's alibi.
The last time I met with Mr. Cochin was here at the Theatrum Neutralis. After that, I was in Alabas the rest of the time, as I stated earlier. In any case, I did not see Mr. Cochin again after that. So you see, there's no time span in which I could have killed him, wouldn't you agree?
Unless he was killed during that time.
Now, since you people are practically begging, I'll allow you to question me.
What an arrogant old fart.
Yes, but no matter. We can't allow this chance to escape us.
I will warn you, though, you've reached the end of my patience. Waste my time with any inane questions, and you will be punished.
Oh, hey, I'm scared now. His threat actually holds power over to me just because the little health bar showed up for 1 second. Now, be reasonable, Mr. Alba. So, any needless pressing or presenting will cost more to our case?
In that case, the only thing you can do is present the correct evidence. Understood?
Francisca, you're the only other person in Ace Attorney history to pull off this exact stunt. Stopping even pressing? Of course, I don't intend to let him intimidate me. I know Mr. Cochin was killed before he returned to Babao. In which case, there is only one statement to which I need to present the evidence. No. Alright, we gotta be really careful here, guys. Sleepy Memories, or Soul Sapphire's heading to bed. Have a great night. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for hanging out, and hope you've been super well. Have a good night, Noah. Or whatever time zone. Let's see. So one of these statements is very obviously wrong. Just not obvious to me right now. Let's see. It was here at the Theatrum. You were in Alabast. In any case, you did not see Mr. Cochin again. So the only way that this works is if this is a lie. Right? Now let's see. No, this was when he met with Palino, not Mr. Cochin. Pushcart? You can't examine the bulge any closer, sadly. But I feel like there's something important about that bulge. You know what I mean? So let's see. This was Alba going in? Yeah, going in to Alabast, and this is the Steel Samurai following him closely behind. So according to what Alba is saying, the only time he could have met met Mr. Cochin was before then? Before the security camera saw him coming on in? I believe so. 2, 3. There's no time span in which you could have killed him, wouldn't you agree? Now, I can't press, But what I can do is let the dialogue run out, and that'll give a little bit more of Edward's thoughts. No penalty for that, right? No penalty for thinking? Alba? Amazing. Diplomats really knew how to craft answers that you don't answer anything. That's why he's the most dangerous character in all of Ace Attorney. He's a politician.
So if the only place he met the victim was at this theater, then when was he killed?
We know that Mr. Tochin didn't return to Babal Arrive, which means that the only time he could have been killed is when they were both here.
And that means he was planning to kill Mr. Cochin from the start?
It does. So something that proves that he was gonna kill him from the start. I would say that's the fact that he had the knife in the photo, right? This one right here? I think? Okay. We gotta be absolutely certain about this. Because if we get it wrong, we get double penalty or something. Who knows? He'll probably just get our entire health bar down. Murder weapon can be seen, yes!
Objection!
Woo! That feel when the music stops. That feel when the music stops. I'd like you to take a look at this photograph.
It's a rather nice picture, isn't it? It was to commemorate the restoration of relations between our nations.
Hey, that rhymed. Oh, it's commemorative, all right. But my investigation has revealed your immolation. Oh no, set him on fire. One that captures the proof I need to show that it was you who committed the murder.
Come again?
Ready I come! This is the knife that killed Mr. Cochin. I see you recognize it as well as you should, for it was you who brought it to this theater. Ain't no feeling like it. You got that right, Windy. How you doing? Welcome on in. We got Mr. Alba on the ropes. We just gotta pin him down. Of course, it'll take at least another entire interrogation for that. We're still on part 2 of the end. Hope you're doing well. You hid it in among the flowers. You want to give it to the Steel Samurai. You want to give to the Steel Samurai, meaning that you killed ManokAdobo here at the theater. And then by giving the bouquet to the Steel Samurai, he was the one to dispose of the evidence, even though he didn't know he had it. Ooh, so sneaky.
It's time for me to catch my flight.
You just leave? We're not through yet. No, you.
It's game over for you, Mr. Edgeworth. But I thank you for the entertainment. No matter how passionately you orate, the end result will still be the same.
Ooh, watch your language. This is a kid's game.
I won't be returning to this country ever again.
So much for being an ambassador there. And then how can you do your job? That's right. This man is an ambassador. And he has extraterrestrial rights. I mean extraterritorial rights. Gosh dang it, Gumshoe. You're rubbing off on me. No matter how hard we chase after him, we won't be able to have him tried in court.
Yes, that's exactly the face you should be making. The face of a worthless car.
Oh, that's so mean. He really did just say lullaby.
Now then, ladies and gentlemen, I must bid you farewell.
We need a third stall. The course. Is there no one who can lay a finger on this man? Is this really the end? Not so fast. Da-da-da-da! Mr. Lang, how you doing? Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. So, with such perfect timing from your suspicious absence. What did I say? What did I say? Take note of whenever the detective leaves in an Ace Attorney game. They'll come back. They'll come back. My man!
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Prosecutor. Kept you waiting, huh?
Where did all the cards go? They were all replaced. They were all undercover, working for Lang this entire time. He's brought his own army.
Yeah, and unlike you, I have a name for each of my army men. That one's Frank, and that one's Frank, and that one's also Frank. They're all named Frank. It makes it easier.
Lang took him out. You didn't see when he just snapped all of their necks.
Get out of my way. My plane is scheduled to take off soon.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, Mr. Alba.
I'm through playing games with you people. You can't touch me.
Da-na-na.
If you do, it would spark an international incident, Agent Lang.
Just like the bad guy from Lethal Weapon 2. I've got diplomatic immunity, so MC Hammer can't sue. Ow!
Sorry, but no, it wouldn't.
What?
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Good job holding the fort down here until I got back.
Huh? I'm not working for you. You're working for me. I'm the main character of this game.
So, Mr. Alba, your diplomatic immunity
just been revoked.
What do you mean, revoked? Spare me this nonsense and let me through.
Langsy says, before aiming for the throat, chew the neck shield off first. Ah!
Oh.
Ah! Interpol headquarters in the Imperial household of the Kingdom of Alabast. Took a while to get things rolling, but they finally moved on it.
The Imperial household? You? What have you done?
He took it up with the king and queen.
You've been relieved of your duties as ambassador, Mr. Alba. What? Effective today. Effective right now. Your diplomatic immunity. And you have Mr. Prosecutor's videotape to thank for this.
His face is falling apart. He's not used to someone yelling at him so hard. The video that Takarasu protected?
You can't be arrested simply because you're an ambassador. In that case, I thought I'd strip you of that title. You underestimated me, a descendant of the founder of detainment philosophy, Lang Z.
Oh, sounds like a very nice philosophy to have.
4,000 years of deeply entrenched connections and networks around the world have really paid off.
Turn it back into old man mode.
It can't be. I don't believe this. My ambassadorship has been revoked.
Looks like you're finally coming to grips with your new standing.
Dude, that counter art, his retirement just aged him 60 years. Let's go. Looks like he's turned docile again. He's probably in shock from the loss of his shield. Oof, what a shame. I had so wanted to use my whip on him.
Why is this happening to me? I'm just a hard-working, honest ambassador.
Starting to sound like Palpatine.
Do you really think you can still pull that on us now? We've already ripped away the mask and seen you for who you really are, Mr. Alba.
Really cleared the mucus from my throat.
No. I won't be stopped now.
He still intends to fight us.
So what if I am no longer an ambassador? You still don't have any evidence on me. The fact remains that you cannot arrest me.
I'd expected no less from you, the boss of the smuggling ring. So what is this, number 3? That somebody's stalled for us? Oh, no, we're not done. You thought we were done? You thought it was over? No thanks.
Well, the rest is up to you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Understood. This man is probably the most determined, the most stubborn, the most smug, big old butt in all of the Ace Attorney series. In any game before or after, we're not done.
You say that I killed Mr. Coaching in the theater. But even if it is true that there was a knife in my bouquet, I left a bouquet in the theater. So anyone could have taken it out from there and used it right. Besides, the claim that he was killed there itself is odd. After all, wasn't his body discovered in Babal? Are you claiming that I carried his body all the way over there? Ha! Preposterous.
I'll be the one to prove whether it's preposterous or not. Ex-Ambassador Alba. Oop! Are you ready? Because this is no game. This is war. Let's go! Alba's Alibi Part 3.
I killed Mr. Coaching in that theater while using a knife that was stuck in my bouquet. I left the bouquet in the theater.
Okay. Literally what he just said. Another fun fact about Mr. Caracus Alba Dumbledore. He never moved the body from the theater to the what?
Look, don't you think you've had enough fun with me? You've already stolen my ambassadorship from me. Would you have me surrender too?
I'll have you bleed out, Mr. Alba. Suffer! Suffer! Okay, maybe not that.
You have no plans to ever return to this country, is that right? I don't know, Gatewaterland, they're opening a new attraction. Wouldn't you want to visit it someday? Do you know that a bunch of your subordinates are seeking asylum because of you?
Like he cares.
As if I care.
He really doesn't.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, boot this guy out of the embassy and we can finally end everything.
All right, boot to the head. I know, and I will give it my all to see that he leaves in handcuffs. Those pink fuzzy kind that I see online. They're very nice. Maybe I should order a pair.
Edgeworth, you know what kind of you know what those are used for, right? They're not ordinary handcuffs.
What are you talking about? They cuff your hands. Of course they can be used as handcuffs.
All right, then.
In fact, I've already got a pair. But they were sent to me by that one old lady. Old bag. This explains everything. Without the title of ambassador, he is just another witness.
Yucks.
Yes, just another witness. Another witness to receive her witness. All right, what are we waiting for? Let's get this guy!
And get him good!
I wonder if they understand that all they can do is present evidence to the testimony? It's all the game does. It's all the game lets me do. All right. Okay, fun fact about Alba. His name in Japan is Carnage on Red. His name is Carnage. That is so badass. Although I'm sure that name would be a little too on the nose for if they were to use it directly in the American version, in the Western translation. Oh yes, this old man named Carnage. He's very much a nice little old man. Gems Gemini, what's up? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing good. Have you been able to play Smash since Steve is out? I've only been able to play Smash once on the day that Steve came out.
I don't know how long we're gonna take anymore with this chapter. I don't think we're gonna finish it tonight unless I go for an extra long stream, and I would rather save my voice. I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to force myself to finish this way late into the night when everyone's asleep, because I've done that for so many games. You know, I'd rather like save this for Saturday, but definitely if we are able to finish this game early on Saturday, I'll try to put a smash night. Yeah. Let's see. He killed Mr. Coach in the theater with a knife. I'll press that. I don't see any penalties right now. Yeah. They're all hyping him up. He really is an anime protagonist. Hot Dog Tanaka, what's up? Is Manok corned beef? Close, but it's chicken. Wow, I know. How would you ever guess? That's right. As I explained earlier, the commemorative photo shows that you had the knife on your personage.
You have no proof that the bouquet was prepared by me, isn't that right?
Excuse me?
The fact that there was a knife in the bouquet
Was something I wasn't aware of.
You just came up with that right now! Everything... I can tell he's on the ropes, but he's still got that smug look on his face. Whatever lie he can come up with, that's technically not being... I technically cannot prove. Oh boy. What a pathetic excuse. He's already acknowledged the knife, and now he suddenly doesn't know about it.
The weapon that was used is one of your national treasures. It isn't exactly something anyone other than you could touch, let alone take.
I allowed some of my trusted subordinates to handle them. It could have been my secretary.
You're an even bigger slime ball than I thought.
You would push the guilt of Mr. Coach's murder onto one of your subordinates? You know he would. He'd kill Mr. Cochin just to pin it all on him anyway.
In any case, the fact that the knife was in the bouquet means nothing.
I hope you're doing well, Gems. If you're not feeling great, I hope the stream can help you relax.
I left the bouquet in the theater.
You still wish to deny your actions?
And you still wish to deny reality and accuse me of murder?
What? I am not in denial. It's not just a river in Egypt.
Even though he's not an ambassador anymore, he's still got a real bad attitude. I believe...
Is Kay taller than Francisca? Kay is taller than Francisca, and she's like, what, 4 years younger? 17. Francisca's profile's gotta be in here. 2 years younger. Wait, Francisca's 19? I thought she was at least like 20 by the end of the trilogy. Wow. Wow. Yep, I just gotta remind myself, she is the same age as Maya. That is trippy. She looks so much older. It's the hair. It's the fact that her hair is already gray. Only 2 years. And you know what? Never mind. Yeah, but isn't she supposed to be American? And Americans in anime are like 7 feet tall. I don't know. It's all messed up now. I believe it's because he's no longer ambassador that he can let himself speak freely. Uh-oh. We took off his limiter. Well, if he's not holding anything back, then neither should I. Pulls out a gun. Wait! For the sake of the case, please refrain from what I think we're about to do.
Quite the pair of frightening women you are, but I digress.
Very frightening. Body discovered in Babel.
Hold it!
We gotta figure out how the body got over there if he was killed here. Even if he was found in Babal, he was killed somewhere else. Chicken Man reconsiders the whip comments he made about Francisco. I plead the fifth.
Stop bluffing, because you can't prove what you're claiming. If this were a court-martial in my country, you'd all have already been removed from this room.
Are you taunting us on purpose? Because I'd be happy to show you my claws.
You just put on the glasses to make that pun. Oh, I see how it is. Hello, Agent Lang. Allow me to fight it my way, with evidence. Every press statement is like, let me at him, let me at him. Da, 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 da. Every one of my partners trying to go like
tears straight into him, and Edgeworth is like, wait, no, let's try to be a little diplomatic here.
I was just joking. I'm not so easily ruffled by the likes of him. What do you think, I'm a bird? A chicken?
Too bad. Though I'm no longer an ambassador, it still could have been an international incident.
If you have the will to threaten us with that mouth of yours, then perhaps you could use it to return the testimony.
Very well. But to be fair, you should watch what you say as well.
Edgeworth and the gang. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Edgy poo. Francisca looks like an adult because her eyes are smaller. True. Yeah, everybody who's supposed to be young in anime has like giant, like Betty Boop eyes.
Hold it!
So this is the one. This is the one. This is the statement. If we find some sort of way to transport the body into Babao, like off the top of my head, this bulge looking pretty suspicious though. But this is Steel Samurai pushing it from to Alabast, not to Babao. So that doesn't work. Is that really so? You could have easily blackmailed your subordinates to be quiet and then moved the body. I think Alba is the only character in the Ace Attorney series to have an objection line and not be a lawyer. Think about that. He is that important.
That's quite an insult to me and my subordinates, and I am afraid we can't have that. It's very difficult to enter my embassy, as the guards always conduct a thorough check. If someone so much as makes an unnatural movement, it would arouse their suspicions.
Come to think of it, there wasn't anything unnatural about him in the footage. Wait. Let me think about that for a second. Mr. Alba said that the guard would become suspicious if someone acted unnaturally. But then, by the same token, the guard would not become suspicious if someone were to act naturally. If we retrace out Mr. Alba's movements, we should find some hint to solving this case. Well, right after the Steel Samurai stage show, he went back to Alabast, right?
From there, he started preparing for his speech in the Alabastian embassy.
It does sound like it wasn't possible for him to have gone to the Babylese embassy. He didn't have to go. He could hold it. He couldn't have gone to Babal, but the body didn't remain at the theater either. Is it possible that the body was temporarily taken to a different location first?
I'd like to think so.
Alright, okay. Wait a minute. You remember some non-lawyer characters having objection? Not that I can think of. They certainly say objection, but I can't remember any lines. I remember because there was a point where there's an Ace Attorney fan site that's been up since the games first came out called courtrecords.net. It's funny that that's not an actual legal site, and I think people mistakenly go there looking for actual legal advice sometimes. But you can download all the objection lines in every language. And I remember, like, as the games came out, that page kept getting updated and updated. I remember downloading different lines, hearing the different lines from all the prosecutors and whatnot in other languages. Like, Winston Payne. In English, he's like, objection! But in Japanese, he's a bit more wimpy, not just like shrill, like a shrimp. He's like, Igiyari! Now let's see. That last statement, I wanna present something. I wanna present something to him. It's confusing me because I think usually in Ace Attorney games, when you reach the end of the testimony, the right button looks different, but here it just looks like a regular right button. Let's see. I know of one possible way.
Objection!
No, you. Actually, I do believe there was a way to transport the body out of the theater. Perhaps you should give this a look.
What is that supposed to be?
It's footage from a security camera that captured the state of the immigration area. It's Wisconsin.
Should I congratulate you on getting your hands on it?
Just letting you know that we're not the only ones watching your every movement.
Thank you for the warning.
Now, if you could take a good look at this section here. This lump inside the pushcart. Do you know what's causing it?
Should I? Because I don't.
In that case, allow me to enlighten you. Where is Larry through all this? This is the cause of the unnatural lump under the cloth in the pushcart. There's only one thing to say. It's funny that this evidence literally says... No, wait, it says notes on his body. Well, I'm still gonna put his body in there.
Because it's a body! What is the meaning of showing me that?
It's to say that the unnatural bulge in the pushcart is Mr. Cochin's bulge.
Bulging body?
He was very ripped. He worked out. You had the Steel Samurai wheel his body away from the real crime scene.
What a guess! But I wonder if you have any evidence to support it.
I admit that for now it is but hypothesis. However... Where's Larry? I'm gonna regret that. Oh, I'm probably gonna regret that. He's gonna he's gonna come on down here and just work against me. Say like, oh no, dude, it's actually filled with a bunch of Steel Samurai merch. It's like, no, it's not a body, dude.
If you can't prove it, then I'm afraid I must be on my way. I don't have any more time to play with you people.
Gummy! Look at him. Look at this man. Look at that chin. Look at that strong chin that just juts out from his already square jaw. Look at the size of this lad. Coming in with the evidence you need. This is Gumshoe. This is peak Gumshoe. Hold on. This deserves the high-res version.
Sorry I took so long, Mr. Edgeworth, sir!
Gummy! Fourth time somebody has come in song for time. Gummy? Food Gummy. Detective Gumshoe, is that the Steel Samurai's pushcart? Oh yeah, high-res Gummy. You can see every detail. You can see every hair on his unshaven face. Is that why he has a bandage on his face? Because he cut himself shaving? That is so sad.
Yes, sir! I found it in the open-air stage area.
So that's where you went.
The detective spirit that Pops left me with. I thought I'd follow my gut and go with it, sir. So, Mr. Edgeworth, is this worth anything to the case?
Just by an edge. Yes, it just might play a major role in solving this case, detective. Just so happens we were talking about it, too. Let's go! But something isn't right. I thought that the entire samurai family was in Alabast. Why was the cart over in Babel? Because it brought the body over, baby. Where exactly in the open-air stage area did you find this push cart?
I found it just lying there at the edge of the stage, sir.
Oh? Well, let's leave that for now and examine the inside, detective.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, stinky. Steel Samurai Daddy used this pushcart to wheel the Iron Infant around.
The Iron Infant is the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess's kid, right?
I don't like that imagery. Just because of who's been playing them tonight. Just saying. Yes, he made an appearance at the end of the stage show. Was a rather fitting ending to the whole thing. That the Steel Samurai was unwittingly forced to move the body is just unforgivable. Too bad that baby wasn't real. Would have been able to alert the daddy of any strange smells. It's empty.
Except for the blood.
Huh?
It's blood.
This must be Mr. Coach's blood. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
I really hope it's not my blood. Oh, how did that happen? Dude, it's like World of Horror. You see a box with your name on it. You open it up, and inside is your spleen. How did that live? My spleen? Which only goes to prove that Mr. Coachin's body was indeed transported by this pushcart. Just do some DNA testing on it. Ha ha. I think the appropriate term here is you failed. I believe that you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Cochin at this theater, and then placed his body inside the pushcart. And then you forced a steel samurai to unwittingly move the body for you.
I forced him to move the body to Alabast. What nonsense! Why would I bother to do such a thing?
Objection! You were scheduled to make a speech in Alabast, meaning it was difficult for you to make a stop in Babal. However, what if you moved the body to Alabast? Because it was your embassy, you could keep an eye on it and tamper with the evidence. And then you smuggled it out of Alabast. That's why Larry lost the Iron Baby. The steel baby infant.
No!
Just leave it like that. He's got permanent hair gel. If I can show you how you move the body from Alabast to Babal, then I win.
But you can't. No, I've got enough Uno cards to refute your entire argument. I've got an entire deck. I've got 2 decks. I've got the entire Uno factory's worth of cards. Ah! The security between the 2 countries is incredibly tight.
I'll be the one to judge whether or not I cannot prove it. And so I ask you to provide us with testimony regarding your movements after your return to Alabast. Miles Edwards, have you figured it out? Do you know how the body was moved? To be honest, I have nothing to support my hypothesis at this time. In fact, I am bluffing. However, I don't believe I've made a mistake in my logic up to this point. I don't believe I made a mistake in my life up to this point. Well, he's made a couple of those. I'm suddenly reminded there's a choice in Ace Attorney 5 where it's one of those choose from 3 choices. And basically, what mistake did this person do? Was it the way that they set up the crime scene? Was it the way that they covered up their lies? Or was it their life choices? Did they make a mistake in their life choices? If you pick it, then the lawyer you're playing as goes like, wait, that's mean. I shouldn't say that. Allison, what's up? Hello, Cat and Chickens. Hope you're doing good. How's your night been? Have you been doing anything today? Playing anything? Doing anything cool? Eat something good for dinner? Tell me everything. That goes for everybody too. What did you have for dinner? I got some of these pre-cooked burger patties with King Hawaiian buns. Oh, so good. Very salty though. I had to like add some more lettuce and tomato. Anyway, which means there's no question that can't be answered, right? The Primaduck statue was smuggled successfully through a brief flight through the air. So why shouldn't there be an answer as to how the body was moved? Which means that there must be a logic flaw somewhere I can exploit. Dun, dun, dun. Movements in Alabast. You slept in, fried rice, and that's it. Ah, that sounds like a perfect day. You know what? I should get some stuff for frying up some rice. It is, believe it or not, more than just putting rice in a pan and frying it. I know, I tried as a kid. So, when I was a kid, I used to, like, try to cook things based on what I knew about them without really looking at a recipe. Just like, oh, it's fried rice, right? I just take the rice and I put it in the frying pan. Here's a quick tip. You should cook the rice before you fry it. No, yes, but put unwashed rice grains in the frying pan. Why is it still all hard? Oh, where were my parents? Oh yeah, we do. You know the one.
After I returned to Alabast, I had my picture taken with a steel samurai, shaking hands. Then, just as I was about to start my speech, the Itagarasu appeared. I feared for the national treasures, so I raced back to my office.
That's why the shadow. He wanted an excuse to go back and tamper with the evidence. Is that all?
Yes, that's all.
Uh-oh, sneaky sneaky. Just give Ezra nothing to work with. It looks like you left out a few things, such as the murder of the Master Second. Furthermore, you left out the part about meeting with me in your office.
Ah, those trifling matters. I don't believe I need to speak of those things again. I do so hate to waste time.
He says as he's currently wasting our time with lies. What? You. Is not every life precious?
Do you really need me to answer that for you?
Objection!
Yours isn't.
People like you cannot be allowed to wander freely through society. We live in a society and you're not allowed in it.
Then you'd better try hard, because I doubt you'll find a single contradiction.
He's really full of himself, isn't he? Full of poop. Yes, he is. How can he be so confident at a time like this?
Come, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask whatever you'd like.
Nice. Dun, da, da, dun, dun, da, 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 dun. You argued with people about the whole rice washing thing. Okay, so to be fair, I washed the rice, but I didn't cook the rice. Like, I knew that much. Somehow I thought that the process of frying it up would soften it and turn it into, like, regular rice that's also fried. No, you have to start with pre-cooked rice and then fry it. There's other parts to that, like if you want to add egg, or if you want to add garlic, and then all that other good stuff, soy sauce. Is she allowed to threaten people with a whip in court? Fallison, I see this is your first time ever seeing Franziska von Karma. She's allowed to get away with anything because she is amazing and awesome and the best. Clearly. And if you say anything otherwise, you're gonna get whipped. So please, be quiet. You live in a society? I live in a dumpster. A dumpster society. Press. Sounds like something he would have done. The glory of the internet these days is that you can just look up any recipe you want and then see like an example of somebody cooking it up on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. On YouTube, you can just like rewind the video, see the different steps. In the past, it would be like before the age of on-demand video, you'd have to like watch cooking shows live. If it's a recipe you want, maybe you record it on a VHS. But otherwise, it's like, oh, the cooking show's on. What am I making for dinner? I'll just follow what they're doing. Exactly as they're doing it. Not like super exactly, but, you know, that was the, big benefit of cooking shows back then. There was no other way to get a video instruction on how to cook anything. Unless you, like, order a VHS tape or something like that. Yeah, my parents have actually been taking up cooking during all of this time. My dad made some traditional Filipino empanadas and some pork buns as well. They came out really professional. I think I have a picture to show you guys. Actually, I'll get that later. I could get it now. I'll get it later. I was gonna say something else. Cooking rice. Cooking. I should cook more. You like Franziska because she whips and Chie because she kicks. Wait a minute. Do. Empanada, papanada. So why was it only with the Steel Samurai? I thought the Pink Princess was also around. No, she was drying her shirt in the camp in the fireplace.
The Pink Princess was suffering from a bad hip at the time, and the doctors recommended that she rest.
Wow, so you do have a soft spot after all.
The pain of a bad hip.
Sympathizing only with another old person.
I suppose none of you can really understand how it feels. The only reason I'm standing up straight right now is because my hip and entire lower spine are currently locked into place. I'm going to need a massage therapist after this.
Oh, so you tend to strain your back as well, huh?
Posture check. Honestly, just looking at Alba is like reminding me to do a posture check. Do. People make it sound like you insulted their life by suggesting something they don't know about rice. Hey, I also grew up with basically rice being cooked every day in my house. Like, you gotta get it right. Or else it just, even if you're the one who cooked it, you're insulting yourself. At least that's how I feel.
But isn't it that just because you're normally all hunched over?
True. It's like method acting to the extreme. You did need to keep up the act no matter what, I suppose.
The point of this is not to discuss my back problems.
I am amused by it, though.
For about 15 minutes after our handshake, I was in my office preparing for the speech.
Add some tomatoes to give it that nice orange tone. To empanadas or fried rice? Oh, right. I was gonna say, besides cooking videos, you actually have to go out and buy recipe books. The recipe book that my parents and grandma used way back when I was a kid to cook Filipino food, they still have it. It's all torn up and tattered and browned with age at this point, but you can still read the recipes, and I know for a fact you can still buy a copy of it. Hold on. Can I get a picture of it? The title of the book. The title of the book is Kain na, which is literally just the Filipino version of itadakimasu. Basically, let's eat. Okay, I got apparently there's a new version of the book, but there's a very specific image I'm looking for. It's like a picture of a little Filipino grandma chef. That's been ingrained into my head because I've always seen it so much as a kid, on the table. Here it is. This is the exact book. Hold on. Come on, download. There, right here. Kain na. Por nalinggong gabay la lutuing pambahay. Something, and your house? Your home? I can't read that. I can't read Tagalog. But this book tells you everything you need to know, as long as you can read Tagalog, because the recipes are in Tagalog. Published by the Maya Kitchen. You can still buy a copy of this. If you wanna eat the recipes that I grew up with, I guarantee there's a recipe for ManokAdobo in here. Go get this book. Right here. Yeah, baby. Speaking of egg fried rice, that topic blew up a month or two ago, I've seen that guy, Uncle Roger. The guy who's just all he does is review everybody else's egg fried rice recipe. I've only seen the one where he reviews Gordon Ramsay and he's like, everything he does is perfect. It's amazing. He knows everything how to do it authentically, because Gordon Ramsay actually can cook. He's not just mean reality chef person. You look at all the British TV shows with him in it, and he's not that mean. It's only the American shows that try to spectacleize his personality for the sake of TV. After graduating, your parents train you how to cook, do housework, how to ride a motorcycle. Hey, you gotta learn how to be an adult. I wish I learned how to be an adult. Oops. Had to do it myself.
Just as I was about to start my speech, the Yatagarasu appeared.
But he was up, hey! That Yatagarasu was just a trick that you had set up.
A most amusing joke. And how do you propose I set it up?
If you really want to know, I can explain it in detail for you. You arrange the spotlights in the rose garden so that when you were to take the stage, the audience would see the Yatagarasu's chateau. That is so unconvincing. Why was there no other better way to do that? Especially because he used statues that already existed. Did he just know that those two statues, when put together, make the shape of a person? That's so specific. Unless he was planning this years in advance, back when he got the statues made.
Oh, that is an interesting tale. Sadly, it has nothing to do with me.
You. What's it going to take for you to fess up to anything?
Very well then. Let's move on to a different question. After the Tagarasu appeared, what was the state of the Rose Garden?
Everyone took refuge inside the embassy. I even helped with the effort. And then once everyone was inside, well...
He scuttled on back to his office like a little baby. Like a yellow-bellied chicken. Cheep, 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 cheep. And what happened after you returned to your office?
I don't want to keep on repeating this, however. Upon my return, I had that stroke of bad luck and bumped into that masked man. Into Masked Man.
Kamen Rider. And I don't want to keep on repeating this either. But his name was the Master Second. His name was Bob Rapostle.
Who cares what he was called?
Honestly, true. I don't think he's important in any other way to the case.
By the time he got to the Primadux statue that he was supposed to steal, it had already been swapped for the fake. Talk about an unlucky man. Being bludgeoned to death with a fake statue. Ha ha ha!
Whip, whip, whip it good. Dun 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 dun.
Miss Von Karma is really letting her whip fly now.
And they're all hitting Gumshoe. No.
I think the scary part is her silence while she's doing it.
No words, only vape. She must be at the limit of her patience as well. That scares me. I thought she always was at the limit of her patience. But physical attacks are meaningless here. Only evidence will suffice. He's holding block. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I pressed everything and there was no opening. I can't find a single flaw in his argument. He's not giving me more. Imagine how hard this series would be if, even when you press, the witnesses just didn't give you more. Oh, if they just shut their mouths, they'd be fine. At this rate, I won't be able to prove that he's actually guilty of everything.
Are we finished here?
No?
No? Masterverse! Can you not come up with how the body was moved to Babal?
Sir, I think I have an idea. We've barely touched on it. Barely. But I believe it's something having to do with this page. You like the Uncle Roger vid where he reviews Jamie Oliver's fried rice? I don't know who that is. I'm not like... I may put videos on YouTube, but I'm totally not up to date with who the popular YouTubers are. Unfortunately, I'm not even cultured on the internet. If it was ever any doubt. So bafflingly wrong. I'd imagine. Is it any more wrong than frying up uncooked rice? I'm sure I take the cake. Sir!
Mr. Edgeworth!
Even after proving so much, is he going to get away with it?
Somebody bust in, please? Anybody? Larry, old bag, I don't care. Is this the end? Is this the end?
Hold it! It appears we made it just in time.
It would be a great honor if you'd allow us to be your allies in battle!
Larry, wait, no, I was kidding. Larry, old bag, I was kidding. Oh, he's holding up the baby by the head. That is not how you should hold up a child. He is a terrible father.
Even Magistrate, it's time for you to It's the Steel Samurai? No, you're mistaken, for I am Steel Samurai Daddy, married man of Neo-Old Tokyo. And this is Pink Princess Mommy.
I never want to hear anybody calling old bag mommy. Unless she, like, you know, introduces her son as a character.
Edgy Poo.
The two people that I wanted to see the least. Number 4, baby. We're on number 4. Larry!
What are you two doing here?
way to show your gratitude, Edgy. We just wanted to help. Yeesh. Now I'm gonna get the bad guy with a single thrust of my samurai spear. You can't just impale him.
Go away. Bye.
How can you be so mean to us, Edgy Boo? All three of us came to lend a hand, and this is how you treat us.
3. Well, isn't this grand? And I see they managed to find the Iron Infant. Oh, the baby.
Does that really matter right now?
Hey, is it just me, or is the Iron Infant completely soaked?
I'm sorry, he had to do his business, you know. Couldn't find any more diapers. Huh? Oh, yeah. I found him in Babal. But he was in the middle of the pool. Babal has a pool? Wait a second. Is that what they're renovating into the open-air stage? Oh. Wait a second. Larry, go back to what you just said. Huh? Oh, it appears that we made... Not that far back. Something about finding the Iron Infant in Babal? And he found it in a pool? I don't recall there being one in Babal. Oh, that! Well, I was in Alabasta the whole time. So I have no idea how the Iron Infant wound up in Babal. I thought I had lost him in the Rose Garden. But I guess maybe this cute kid can swim, huh? Wait. What? Larry, just go over the facts. Like, yes, this is revealing some important information and you probably can figure it out already. But just stop being Larry, man. Larry, you lost the Iron Infant in the Rose Garden? Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure? Just wanted to make I don't even think I had the video anymore. Oops. No.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. But I found him in...
Hold it!
That's enough, Larry. The Iron Infant then Larry lost managed to move between the two countries. Furthermore, the Iron Infant was found soaked in the middle of a pool? This is what I've been looking for. It's another smuggling route between the two countries. The key to the route the Iron Infant took to travel from Alabasta to Babal is... bilateral counterfeiting. They just counterfeited another baby. Just built another one right there. Bilateral symmetry. If there's a pool on one side, there's a pool on the other side. Oh, that's right. The embassy is built with bilateral symmetry in mind. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
There's a location I wish for you to examine. Post haste! And it's not a suspicious bulge this time. It is where I believe the route used to smuggle Mr. Coach's body lies.
Does something like that really exist, sir?
An embassy built on bilateral symmetry, meaning that this is where we need to examine. I like how just for this version of the map, there's a pool, and they just omit the Theatrum Neutralis, just so you can very clearly point right here. Right about here, right there.
Yes, sir. I'll be back before you know it.
I kind of want to know what happens if you pick wrong. Like, Gumshoe goes, I'm gonna go. And then he comes back like, I didn't find anything. Oops.
It's too late. It doesn't matter what you do. It's all a waste of time.
We could also just ask Larry what he means by pool. But then we'd have to talk to Larry, so never mind.
You will stay here with us and wait.
This is Edgeworth. No, I did not order 3 large pizzas. You've got the wrong number. Gosh darn telemarketer pizza orders. Gumshoe's phone.
Mr. Edgeworth, it's here, sir.
What phone does Gumshoe even have? He'd probably still be rocking a, still a Motorola Razr all the way back from 2003. You know it.
There's a reservoir here, just like in the Rose Garden.
That could lead to some cool effects, like have a fountain like spout up during a stage like show, during a rock performance from the Gaviniers, maybe. Just as I suspected. What is it? The two sides of the embassy are mirror images of each other, which means that there is also a pool at the corresponding location on the Babbly's side. Ooh. Mr. Cochin's body was moved into Babal through the pool in Alabast, and they're connected underground.
Avoiding the topic with a vague answer like that is unbecoming of a prosecutor. If you don't mind, I'd like to see more physical proof if you have any.
Tut-tut. Larry is the proof. Also the Iron Infant. The Iron Infant is positively soaked in water. Why do you think that is? It's because he was fished out of a pool. And not just any pool. It was the Babbly's one. I think it's pretty obvious at this point what must be true. Ooh! Just like Finding Dory. The water reservoirs in the two courtyards are connected.
And where's your proof that the two sides are connected?
Do it like a broken record. Anything I say, yes, but where's your proof that insert statement here? The proof is right there before your eyes. The half-drowned Iron Infant.
Yes, but can you prove that he's half-drowned? What? This blasted door! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back. Hey, don't tell me. You guys figured everything out without me?
No. We figured out everything because of you, Gumshoe. Oh, Gumshoe, you're the best detective partner a prosecutor could have.
Edgeworth, that's the first time you ever said that to me.
Well, I'll never say it again, so cherish it.
Oh.
We did, thanks to this hero of justice's son. Even if he is just a doll, he managed to help foil the villain. Why is this taking so long, by the way? Can't we just continue? We figured out exactly one thing.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, look, I don't want to say this, but it's kinda unlikely that the body just happened to pass on through the Babal. This guy's a doll, and he's small, so I can believe he made it, but is that true at all?
He has a point. No, Lane, just let it go, though.
Yes, that's right. I'm glad someone here understands. Mr. Edgeworth, are you going to next propose that a dead body can swim through a pipe?
No. He had to have been pumped through.
You see, Mr. Prosecutor, our chase after this man is far from over.
Agent Lang. I remember the first time I played this case on the DS back in 2010, or 2011, whenever this game came out. And thinking, oh, that moment where Lang, busts on through the doors, giving us the decisive piece of, not evidence, but allowing us to get at Alba once and for all, exposing a weak spot, taking away his ambassadorship. That seems pretty final to me. How long ago was that now? 1.5 hours? Why is he helping Mr. Alba out now? He's not. He's realized the flaw in my argument and is helping to move the logic along, because Alba wouldn't care unless it was 100% airtight. He's got internal conflict.
Must resist urge to belittle Edgeworth.
In this case, I should return the favor and find an answer.
And one more thing, Jackie. Mr. Cochin's body was found in his office in Babao.
And I don't think it was wet. No, it got dried by the fire.
So what happened to his body after it was transported to the open-air stage?
Tut-tut. Poof. Mr. Alba had an accomplice in Babal, remember?
You mean Sheena, right?
I forgot about her. Honestly. I thought we were done with her. With her there, you can see how it was possible to move the body up to the office.
Are you seriously claiming that she swam through the connecting pipe with the body?
He's right! Miss Sheena would have drowned if she did that. She did, however, start a fire, requiring them to pump water onto the pool and put it out.
It's hard to imagine that she swam through the connecting pipe. By taking the water out of the Babylie side, it sucked through siphon action the body from the alabaster side through the pipe.
It looks like your hypothesis about how the body was moved is still only half-baked.
Well, you know what they say about half-baked. The dough is still soft and malleable. We still have enough to construct a new argument.
Edgeworth, that metaphor sucks.
Well, that's all I can work with. In the end, it's all just the befuddled musings of an accusatory man. Now then, I believe you should give up and allow me passage. Because from the start, there is no feasible method of transporting the body.
Ooh, what? Mr. Prosecutor, recall Sheena's movements. What was happening in the embassy around the time Miss Sheena was in Bhopal?
Oh, if only there was a way to get rid of the water in the pool.
Get rid of the water? No. But... Yes. But... No. But... Aha! That's it!
Now I believe this time we really are done, right?
Ho, ho, ho! Humph! Unfortunately for you, it's far from over, Mr. Elba. Not yet, Snake. It's not over yet.
You are a most persistent man.
I can say the same about you.
Are you saying that you've thought of a way to move the body through the water?
Move the body through the water? That is completely unrelated to how it was done.
Excuse me?
They moved it with the water. The reason I say that is because there wasn't any water there at the time.
What do you mean there wasn't any water?
Just what it sounds like. Tonight's events made it possible to drain the water, allowing the body to be moved. The game's not even asking me. It's just like, you know what to do.
Take that!
Tonight, the Atagarasu set fire to a variety of locations in the Babyliss embassy. In order to put the fires out, much of the reservoir's water was used. Of course, when the water was used, the reservoir's water level went down. If enough water was drained, the connecting pipe could be used to traverse the water.
Huh. So what? The water level went down? The reservoirs were connected? I'm a dirty liar? No, you! Does any of this matter? You can't prove any of this!
Pretending to be ignorant won't work with me. We both know what kind of situation we're in right now.
The old double deuce.
Even in a game, there comes a critical game-changing moment. This was written by game writers, can you tell? A moment in which you hit a wall that you must overcome in order to beat the game.
I haven't lost yet.
Kind of sounded like Kennedy there. I haven't lost yet. I found the route you used to smuggle the body, and that route will lead to your defeat.
Not so fast!
Even if all the water was used by the firefighting effort, you still can't really call that a smuggling route. Humph. I know that.
Ha 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 ha! I should have figured you would notice. Hey, Mr. Elba, how deep are those pools anyway?
1 million feet.
I'll have you know those pools are extremely deep. And there are no ladders or footholds along the walls either.
Aw, no snake eater. What a thrill.
It would be difficult for Sheena to hold the body and climb out of the pool.
Don't need to climb out. Ladders or footholds along the walls. There's no need for such things.
What do you mean?
You know, honestly, I thought this particular argument would be over right now. If one were used to use a certain something, they could go up or down in the pool at will. Wait, not the stepladder. We don't have that as evidence.
Oh, it looks like you've got an answer already. Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Prosecutor? Enlighten us already.
the way in which Machina and the body were able to rise at the ground level. If there was a way to control the water level, that could be the way the body was moved. With a balloon! This was used so that the body and Machina can move up and down in the pool. The fountain smalls. It automatically refills the water, dude. There's like we had never used that evidence up until now. Mr. Alba used the fountain spouts. In a matter of speaking, Manoka peak egg. Thank you for the peak egg. What's up, Opes? Welcome. We're about to drop the truth on this fella. And let me reveal it to you in song. The itsy bitsy Atagarasu used the water spouts to climb up out of the fountain and pull the body out. Then she framed it all on K. Faraday, but the plan was duly foiled by Miles Edgeworth today. Use the fountain spouts? Also nice singing. Thank you. The water level in the pools can be controlled by opening and closing the spouts. That is how spouts work. How you doing, Opes? How's your day been? Have a good stream? How was it? Did you have a good time? What are you doing right now? Machina and the body were lifted upward by their buoyancy in water. Don't you know, human beings are filled with air and fat, and they both float? How much science do you think has to be explained in an Ace Attorney courthouse on a daily basis? The fire on the Babyliss side in the firefighting effort. These were set in motion all for the sake of smuggling Mr. Cochin's body. Whoa! That's a lot of effort, dude. Pretty good. Oh, this guy? He's a big old tree. He's a territorial oak. Rather, was it the angry elder oak? I even forgot. The hostile elder oak. Yeah. Shall I show you where the final destination of my train of logic leads? No items, fonts only. You're playing Luigi's Mansion 3. Ooh, what part are you on? I'm so happy that people are either replaying that for Halloween or finally playing it for the first time now. Like, he was so slept on. I mean, the fact that it was released on Halloween, in theory, sounds like good advertisement, but then people are done with spooky games by the time Halloween's over. It deserves a lot more than it gets. Like, it's not a perfect game. Like, I would rate it, I'd honestly rate it like 8 out of 10 at most. But it's just so charming and cute and refreshing. Like, out of all the Nintendo games that have released in the past few years, it probably has the most charm, the most characterization, even more so than Odyssey. Like, it is straight up the world I want Mario to inhabit, with characters and personalities like that. Just saying. First, Mr. Alba closed the fountain spouts in advance, in preparation for things to come. Then he took the pushcart that was brought to the rose garden. Ooh. Oh, I was confused for a second. I thought this was like a top-down view. No, it's a side view. And pushed it, along with the Iron Infant and Mr. Cochin's body, into the pool. Whatever science is... that's the conundrum, isn't it? Whatever science gets explained in court, the judge won't understand it. He's just like, he trusts whoever talks the loudest, basically. As with any argument in the courthouse. They're gonna spend hours trying to dumb it down. Okay, give him a little bit of credit. He understands enough. Yeah. He's a tree, though, and as Pajama Sam taught us, wood doesn't float. Wait a minute. Don't believe the boat. He was born... I don't know what happened to that boat in his life that he did not believe that wood floated. At this time, Miss Sheena was busy conveniently starting the first fire in Babal. She then made for the open-air stage's pool to wait for the firefighting effort to begin. Ooh. Ah! When the firefighters used the water in that pool, the water level went down. Yo, this is starting to sound like the water temple in Ocarina. Yes, they played Zelda's Lullaby while standing at the bottom with their iron boots. And by the time the fire was put out, Princess Ruto escaped into the upper cavern. The pipe between the two pools was exposed. You're on the pyramid level, huh? I like that one. The way you can suck up the sand. That was a cool mechanic. Yeah. Luigi's Mansion greater than Odyssey. I am oh sorry. I mean, feel free to have any opinion you want. Just as long as you're nice about it, and I know you'll always be. It's just like so polished. Next level games, I hope they're working on something. I really do. They're slowly becoming one of my favorite second-party Nintendo developers. This is when she pushed the pushcart from Alabasta into Babal. Once that was accomplished, Mr. Alba simply opened up the fountain spouts once more. Honestly, like, they made the Punch-Out remake, they made Luigi's Mansion 3, they made some of the sports games like Strikers. I've never played Strikers, but I've seen it's really good. The water level rose up to its original level, along with Miss Sheena and the party. After that, Miss Sheena used the pushcart to carry the body up to the Secretariat's office. There's an elevator in the embassy after all, so you see, even with her small frame, she could have easily transported Mr. Cochin's body. And that wraps up my thorough explanation of how the body was moved. Thorough and long. Well, ex-Ambassador Alba, what do you think? Not so untouchable without your precious extraterritorial rights to protect you, are you? Extraterrestrial rights.
I knew you could do it, Mr. Edgeworth! Way to fight back!
You accuse me of moving the body of cross-country lines. But when you get down to the nitty-gritty, you don't have what it takes to indict me.
The nitty-gritty? What does the old man want now? He's just making up words.
Proof, I believe, is what he seeks.
Yes, proof. Without any who's to say whether or not any of what you said really happened. What really happened that day.
He wants proof? What are we gonna do, Mr. Edgeworth?
There is no need to worry. I've had all the proof we need all along. Here it comes! I know exactly what this is. It's a small piece of evidence, and it seems so inconsequential. And it's probably not wet anymore by this point, but you know, for the sake of evidence, we're gonna say it is. The body wasn't the only thing to go through the pool's connecting pipe tonight. Just as Detective Gumshoe found the pushcart in the open-air stage area, so too did I find one other item there. And that piece of evidence is what will prove that the pools were the smuggling route. This was another thing that was smuggled over to Babal's open-air stage area. Wait a minute. Do I do the knife first or the pick? I'm gonna do the knife first.
Take that!
Whoops. Nope, it was the pick first. This is the defining piece of evidence that will prove my hypothesis. I thought we were gonna do the knife and then move on to the pick.
I don't think it proves a single thing.
What?
I think it's about time we put an end to this ridiculous farce of a trial. If I'm not mistaken, all you're doing is trying to trick me with psychological gimmicks. Joke's on you, I don't have a psyche.
Ouch. Oof. If I continue like this, Mr. Alba will find a way to worm his way out. Oh, worm?
Take that!
And what exactly is this?
Alright, that didn't happen. Humph. You have no idea, do you? This little piece that I found on the Babbly side will be your undoing.
A guitar pick? Would you care to explain how that is going to do me in, as it were?
Much to your chagrin, perhaps, but this is not a guitar pick. This is not a pipe. This is my finger, and it's pointing at your guilt.
What?
This is something I found at the open-air stage, which was transported with the body. I naturally assumed that you would recognize it since you took a photo with it after all. But since you don't, allow me to fill you in on what I found at the stage actually belongs to.
Take that!
There we go. Let us take a good look at the murder weapon that was used to kill ManokAdobo. Ooh. And here I thought it was just a Pac-Man design. Oh, by the way, I have been listening to the new Gorillaz album that's coming out soon. It's already out. It's already on like streaming, but the physical album's coming out soon. Let me tell you, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm liking Gorillaz' new style. It's more calm than it is funky, but it's also funky. Like they've gone for a little more electronic. Like they've always had rap, but it's less like. Finally, someone let me out of my cage, yo. Time for me is nothing but a cat in no age. It's more like kind of ambient rap now, and that's, you know, a sign of the times. But my point is, there's a new song called Pac-Man, and I don't know if Namco is involved at all, but I like it. It's pretty funky. I can't play it because that's copyright. I will say, it's weird how the music videos for Gorillaz have changed over the years. Like, before it'd be like, yeah, they're driving on a highway in a Jeep while they're being attacked by a giant monster. Or there's, they're in a giant tower while a dude raps on giant monitors and a windmill like crashes into an island. Or a floating slice of pizza sings about his life. All my life, we never have a gun, so we have to use an alabaster knife. There's a beautifully blooming Pac-Man. However, it would appear that it's missing a single petal. Now let's see what happens when we try to fit this pick into that open slot. Ew, they didn't even use good enough glue. It's a perfect fit! I assume that the petal must have fallen off the flower during Mr. Coach's murder. And then it was accidentally placed into the pushcart along with Mr. Coachin's body. Monkeys, yeah.
That's an interesting story. Nothing more.
About the knife?
No, about the Gorillaz. I love that band. Wow.
They've really stood the test of time. Hold on. There's one thing I do want to show. It's not audio, but one of the songs has a special guest that you would have never expected to be working with Gorillaz, and yet he somehow works so well. You may know him from, I don't know, the Lion King soundtrack? Frickin' Gorillaz version of Elton John? Excuse me? When I saw this picture, like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I didn't know anything about the song. The new album's called The Song Machine, I believe. But there's a song that has, you know, it's featuring Elton John, and he's, you know, doing Elton John things, playing a piano with his giant glasses. That's actually him. That's the Gorillaz caricature of him. It's good. It slaps. Yeah.
That's an interesting story. Nothing more.
Well, thank you for indulging me in Gorillaz love. Yeah, I haven't heard Momentary Bliss yet. I'm gonna have to listen to it. I've only heard a couple of the songs so far. I'm saving it for when I get the CD and I just listen to everything. Because that's what you did back in the day. Humph! Oh, I assure you, it's more than just a story. Because for some odd reason, this flower petal was wet when I found it. That's just his word. I don't know if that counts.
It was wet, you say?
Yes, and the only place it could have gotten wet from is from the open-air stage's pool. Now I ask you, how did a part of the weapon, which was smuggled into the theater, wind up in the open-air stage area on the Babbly's side of the embassy? I don't think I need to waste any words explaining this, as this petal explains it all for me. It proves that someone went from the Rose Garden's pool on through to the other side into Babao.
Impossible!
The people of Zangfa have been waiting to see you face to face, Mr. Alpha. I'll tell everyone back home. We'll be there soon. You should be happy.
Why?
Why? It's a little late to be asking that question. You should have known from the very beginning, when you took your first life. No matter how you may plot, or how you may try to cover it all up, you can never hide from your crime and what you've done. Or, you know, if that petal hadn't fallen off, we'd have no evidence. Because we're here to see to it that justice is served to people like you.
You can't call what you give it a perfect argument.
Edgar's like, yeah, no, I can't. See my face? I'm serious.
You know, I don't think this guy is going to ever admit to his wrongdoings, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah, I kind of got that feeling like 7 Uno cards ago.
Because he values himself above all else. People who can't be negotiated with are people who refuse to admit when they've lost. I don't believe those kinds of people really exist because everyone breaks eventually.
Okay, you have never been on the internet. Oh, what a sweet, pure summer child. You're right. In that case, I have no choice but to use all of the evidence I have. I'll use it all until he breaks under the weight of his crimes. Or the literal weight of the evidence. I'm sure there's something heavy in here. Like, I don't know, maybe the statues. Mr. Alba, I request that you testify once more. Once more? How long is this chapter? This chapter, I mean. This really will be the end of the line. Oh, there it is. There it is. We're good for now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna say that's it for tonight, because there's a reason there's a save point here, and the Ace Attorney series I now trust and know is good about sectioning these off into about like 3 hours read out loud each, maybe 1 hour if I didn't read it out loud. Because honestly, saving, and we are done. Alright, just making sure it actually saved. It takes a while. It's like Pokemon Platinum. Speaking of which, Gen 4 remakes when? Like, the more I see about like people wanting Gen 4 remakes, the more I start to remember things about Gen 4. Like, they introduced Regigigas, all those legendaries at the lakes and whatnot. The new version of the Poke Gear or Poke Wash or whatever it was. Like, there's so much to like about that gen. It's just like Gen 5 to me overshadowed it completely, but 4 is still great. Yeah, some people, maybe even ourselves, cannot be swayed. Like, I know I'm wrong all the time about like everything. Like, I just like, if I think something is right, I will try to find evidence. I've learned from this game. But even I am set in my ways when it comes to certain things. I will admit that. It's interesting how much you can learn from this game about how to argue. You just gotta hope that you picked up the random guitar pick on the ground that happened to be the piece of evidence you needed. It's sad, I know it is. But don't cry. Do not cry. For I'll be back again. One day. One day! I think my Alba impression or voice just started devolving the more and more it went on. But I like it. It signified his loss of sanity, whatever little he had. Let's look at the art, if there is any. Once again, I'm keeping these up because Wendy, you did such a good job on them. The flight attendants from case number 2 of this game, Rhoda Tenero and Cami Meal. I love them so much. You're making me want to draw them right now because they are good designs. The Ace Attorney series overall, just grade A designs of characters, I will say. Just Capcom in general. Honestly, think about it. They're the company that brought you Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, Mega Man. Think of all the different variety of characters in all those games coming from this one company. Like, out of all the companies that make games, I think Capcom is my favorite third party. Like, I really can't think of another example that would beat them out. Like, Konami's got good games. They don't make games anymore. They bought Bomberman, but like, what? Bomberman, Snake, Castlevania, I guess. But anyway, no art for tonight. No, wait, there's some art. Da, 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 da. From Wendy. Speaking of, oh, it's watercolor too. I like it. So I'm guessing you physically painted this in a book. It looks adorable. For Paper Mario the Origami King, if you see, there is still a big fungus on the bottom right there. We got this art of Mario and Olivia and Bobby just chilling out on a little bench under a tree. It's adorable. I love the fall aesthetic from the autumn. I forget what it's called. Autumn Mountain, Autumn Hills. Basically, the part right before the Shogun Land. That part was the most beautiful area in the entire game. It was just the second one. Look at it, Bobby. These were some of the best moments in the game where Mario and Olivia and whoever was with them at the time, whether it be Bobby or Captain Toad or Captain Kyoed. Oh, he never actually walked with us. Or whoever, when they would just sit, have a moment, relax, talk about what they've known up until then, or just random whatever. When a game has characters, just chit-chatting it up idly. Like, I can think of Final Fantasy 15 as a perfect example. It gives them that little bit extra of human-like quality to them. A little bit of humanity, makes them feel more like people and not just characters in a game with roles. They have to rest. They're only people. They're not exactly human, though. I don't even know if Mario's human. But, you're giving me nostalgia. Thank you, Wendy, for the art. As always, it is adorable. I love how the tree looks, too. I can only imagine how hard that would be to color with watercolor. Like, making sure that it creates a leaf and doesn't just blend with the colors under it. That is skill right there. Yeah. Draw this. Nestle? Where's Nestle? There's Nestle. I would love to too. I just need to play Harvest Moon. I mean, Story of Seasons. I still haven't yet. I have it. I got it just for the cow, honestly. Speaking of, I don't know where Nestle is. Anna must have taken her again. Oh well. Thank you for the art, Wendy. It is adorable. I'll leave it up and we'll find somebody to raid. But for now, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody for hanging out. And thank you again for the art, the cheers, the subs, whatever, the chat, the comments, or even just leaving up a lurk. I appreciate it all. Painting the leaves almost gave you a cramp. I'd imagine the different angles you'd have to do too. Masterful, honestly. I don't even know where you've learned to do this. I just practice. Physical media, like the hardest thing to actually draw and paint in, because if you make a mistake, you gotta roll with it. That's what Bob Ross says, right? There's no accidents, only happy little mistakes. Yeah. As always, if you haven't already, follow me on Twitch to catch me live next time I play this or any other game. Sadness. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for past games I've played before, VODs, all that good stuff. Discord, Twitter if you want updates, or if you just want to hang out, or if you just want to post memes, or if you just want to watch anime nights, or all that good stuff. And above all else, if you're going to sleep, if this is, your last stop for the evening on the big old bus that is Twitch in life, then have a good night and stay clucky. And if not, copy the raid message I'm about to post out. If you're going, see ya, sleep well. Goodbye.